Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, come on, Joe Ryan.
It's all part of the experience.
This is an experience tonight.
Oh, look out. In between the legs of Jose Altuve, almost clipped his buddy in the on-deck circle.
Hey, that'll wake you up.
And Fortes is able to hang on to the foul tip.
Fortes getting a little help from the love handle there.
So we'll see how the wind affects the baseball in today's ball game. First pitch of the game is brought to you by McLaren Health. The official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers in the first inning is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. The Tigers, they come into play today. 3 games under 500 at 57-60. Right now, Dan, 3.5 games out of the division lead, sitting in 4th place in the American League Central. And we don't want to focus too much yet on next week, but if the Tigers can find a way to get a win here today, regardless of what happens in the other action in the American League Central, you're looking at a situation where you've got Cleveland coming in for 3 and then the Chicago White Sox coming in for 3. It is conceivable that the Tigers could find themselves at the top of this division, as tumultuous as this season has been.
You know, and that's why it makes so much sense when AJ continues to say each and every day, win today's game, because this is a very important game. You can't start looking forward to that homestand with Cleveland and Chicago until you finish this road trip. As good as that road trip's going to be and as important as it's going to be, today's game is very important too, so let's not go too far ahead, win this one, then we'll get into that fun matchup, especially starting Tuesday against Cleveland.
I mean, I could see the smile on your face already. We are looking by. That's going to be a heck of a week at Comerica Park. If you are in Detroit, get out to the ballpark next week, because it is going to be a fun one in this Tiger Club. You know, it's been the hallmark of this team the last couple of years, Dan. When everybody counts them out, they find a way. And we are seeing that. We saw it last year where they just had to fight to get into the playoffs. Now this season, after the tumultuous month of May, once June hit, it's been a completely different ball club. And this road trip has been really impressive. And anytime you can make a cross-country road trip and take the first 2 series and have an opportunity to win the 3rd series, that tells me that you're doing something right.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, it's just, it's gone, I think, as scripted. You're supposed to go in and take care of the A's. We'll find out what happens in today. You're supposed to come in and take care of the Giants. And then they took 2 out of 3 against Seattle, and they're a really good team, and they're a good pitching staff.
First pitch of the game from Logan Webb. It's taken high and away, and that is ball 1. And we are underway here in San Francisco. Tigers and Giants in the rubber game of this 3-game series. The Giants took the game on Friday night. The Tigers yesterday with another shutout win. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and McGonigal takes high and outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. The 29-year-old Logan Webb, he has been the ace of this Giants staff the last couple of seasons. Originally a 4th-round pick of the Giants out of Rockland High School in California. That's where he is from as well. Deals on the 2-0. McGonigal swing and a miss on top of a changeup. Takes the count to 2 balls and a strike. But what are the keys, and what's Logan Webb going to try to do this Tiger offense today?
Well, I mean, Logan Webb throws, again, a lot of sinkers, a lot of changeups, what the Tigers have seen in the first 2 games previous. So it's like, make sure, get that ball up. Don't go chasing after the changeup and sinker.
The 2-1, McGonigal flies this one out to right field. Jung-Hoo Lee is there, and he will make the running catch for out number 1. The 1 gone here in the first for Gleyber Torres. This game is brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network.
The other thing, too, Greg, is we've seen at times the Tiger hitters going the other way, and that might be a nice approach here, too. You know, staying on the pitch long, trying to think up the middle and the other way, knowing that you're quick enough to pull the baseball.
Gleyber Torres, late call from home plate umpire there on a called strike on a sweeper that clips the inside corner. Our umpires for today's game: Adrian Johnson, he's the crew chief at 3rd, Ramon DeJesus at 2nd, Quinn Wolcott at 1st, and Paul Clemens has the plate. The 0-1 on Gleyber Torres. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and we've got a
catcher challenge the pitch.
Didn't take long.
And it was
the
accurately called.
San Francisco has 1 challenge remaining.
I don't know if that was a really good challenge there by the Giants. Yeah, first inning, and that was almost 3 inches up.
Yeah, that's a big miss and put you in a hole right away.
The 1-1. Torres, ground ball left side, circling around Willie Adames. He gloves, flips on to first, and he gets Gleyber for out number 2. Grant McCrae's in left, Drew Gilbert in center, Jung-Hoo Lee is in right. Christian Koss at third. Willie Adames at short. Oslavas Basabe at second. Rafael Devers at first. Battery of Daniel Susak and Logan Webb. 2 gone here in the top of the first inning for Dylan Dingler. Ding 1 for 8 in the series with a double and 2 RBIs. Now, yesterday, Adrian Johnson, it seems like he was getting challenged to death in that ballgame. One time, teams, as Dingler takes a strike, were 7 for 7 until late in that ballgame on successful overturned calls with Johnson behind the plate. It's a no ball, 1 strike count on Dylan Dingler. Webb working from the center of the rubber into his motion deals on the 0-1. Dingler swings, sends a fly ball out to left field. Grant McRae's on the run. He'll get there into the alley. He'll make the catch. 2 fly ball outs and a ground ball out. And Logan Webb has himself a 1-2-3 first. Go to the bottom half.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Ty Cobb's
These
cleats.
are Ty Cobb's.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It's in you. Be golden. Explore more at oakland.edu.
Fox 2 is just the best.
I watch before I go to bed.
You definitely hit the local angle very good. When I watch Fox, I feel like I'm getting the whole story.
They're working for you.
Bryce Eldridge leads off against Troy Melton. He'll swing in this at a Melton fastball away. We are underway here in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless contest, rubber game of this 3-game series. Giants and Tigers. Troy Melton coming in 7-1 on the year, a 1.58 ERA. Misses with the fastball there, and that evens the count up at a ball and a strike. But Dan, we brought this up on the pregame today. It just seems like Troy, California cool, as we know. The 1-1 is taken right at the bottom of the zone, a cutter for a called strike, and it's a 1-2 count. But what have you seen out of Troy, especially with this recent string of success that he is doing so well?
Well, I mean, it really goes back to his cutter.
1-2 misses down and in.
That has been a big key for him. And the last outing, he didn't have a slider, and he started throwing more changeups, and that's what makes him so good.
2-2 misses high and away, and that runs the count full on Eldridge.
That slider's an important pitch for him. When he has that four seam, the cutter and the slider going at the same time, it's devastating for the offense. But when one of them's missing, he can substitute with the change.
3-2 is bounced up the first base line. A foul, and we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And there's a good reason right there. You know, you got the leadoff hitter, you get to a 3-2 count, and he's not afraid to go to the cutter and get that little weak foul ball instead of just coming and grooving a four-seam fastball.
3-2 is popped up in the air into shallow left. Riley Green is coming in hard. It'll be the shortstop, Kevin McGonigal, who makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch, ranging far into the outfield. And that retires Bryce Eldridge, and there's one gone here in the bottom of the first. It's a nice play by McGonigal. I think Riley would have gotten there, but McGonigal had to go a long way, and he made a nice running catch on it.
You know, that's something that I've noticed about the last 2 weeks is how far he's going out into the outfield to make some of those grabs.
Jung-Hoo Lee takes a called strike. Lee 1 for 6 in the series with a couple of RBIs. He's played a fine right field. contending with the wind in each of the first 2 games of this series. Here's the 0-1 from Melton. Swing, and he pounded it into the ground foul. That's a good cutter right there, Dan, in on the hands, and that's all that Lee could do was just get a piece.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row, right in on the hands. And here's one of the dangerous hitters in the Giants lineup you want to circle.
And he gets him to swing and miss for strike 3 on a splitter away. First strikeout of the day from Melton, 2 gone.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's so devastating is a couple of those cutters in on your hands, and then he comes back with that real good changeup. And the movement on that was just, I mean, so much arm side run to that thing.
Willie Adames takes down and away for ball 1. I mean, Dan, he started that on the left-handed hitting Lee on the outside edge, and it dove about halfway through the right-handed batter's box. Pitch misses high. It's 2-0.
And it wasn't really a full swing. It was just a flail, like you're swatting at it with a tennis racket almost, and still couldn't come up with a piece of it.
2-0 on Adames. He swings, lifts it in the air, shallow left again. Riley Green charging in. He slides, and he makes the catch. Nice play by Riley Green. That's his patented move out there in left, the sliding catch. And Troy Melton gets the side in order. We go to the top of the second inning. Tigers and Giants are scoreless here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chef.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Second inning here in San Francisco. Second inning is brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Play the Michigan Lottery Gem 7's instant games today. They're instant fun for everyone. Riley Green takes a called strike from Logan Webb. Tigers and Giants scoreless through 1. Each starting pitcher, Logan Webb and Troy Melton, with a 1-2-3 first. As Webb goes into his motion, deals on the 0-1 pitch. That one misses inside. He evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Logan Webb, all-star in 3 consecutive seasons as he anchors this Giants pitching staff. Here's the 1-1 on Riley. It's up and inside, turns away, and it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Riley comes in 275, 16 home runs. He's driven in 54. Dan, we were looking this up today as, you know, it was such a big topic of conversation last year with Riley's strikeout numbers as the 2-1 is swung on and fouled away on the third base side, and it's 2-2. He's about 4% down from where he was a season ago. So still not as it was in the beginning of the season where it seemed like he was never striking out. So it's creeped up a little bit as the season has gone on, but still 4% down of where he was.
That was the goal
last year.
Yeah, and I mean, that was the goal, you know, that he spent the offseason working on. And so for it to show up and last this long is certainly something that you take your hat off and be proud of Riley for achieving.
2-2. Just off the plate with a sweeper away, and it runs the count full on Riley Green. Logan Webb, it's his 4th career appearance against the Tigers. And Riley Green takes a called strike 3. He doubled up on the sweeper. First strikeout of the game for Webb. It's time for dollars on deck. If Cole Keith gets a hit this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's oldest business and largest Trex decking dealer.
Boy, that's good command from Webb. Just missing with the 2-2 pitch just outside. And okay, I'll just bring it in just a little bit more, a couple of inches, and he was able to do that to strike Riley out.
Keith walked 3 times yesterday. He'll take a called strike on a sweeper at the bottom of the zone. Last time the Tigers saw Logan Webb was in 2025 in a start at Comerica Park. This one rifled the other way, and a diving stop by Christian Koss, who was off the line at third. He will bounce up, throw to first. That's a really nice play by Christian Koss, laying out and having the wherewithal to bounce up and throw out Keith for out number 2.
Well, that ball off the bat, just the way Cole Keith has been swinging, it seems like everything, when they pitch to him, that is, everything that he's hitting is really hard. That's 102 off the bat, and it looked like it was destined for left field, and Koss made a nice play.
Spencer Torkelson has 4 hits in this series. One of those came yesterday, and he takes a pitch low and inside for ball 1. Torque drew that big bases-loaded walk in yesterday's ball game. Ball and no strikes on Torkelson. No score here in the second. Giants and Tigers. Webb into his wind. Deals on the 1-0. Check swing, and it's a called strike on the sweeper.
He had one of the strangest base hits yesterday where he got a sweeper right off the end and cued it, and it was probably 3 feet foul, and it worked its way back to fair, and he was able to beat it out.
Torkelson line drive left field. If it's fair, it's trouble. That's a fair ball. Up against the wall is McCray. He actually ran into this side wall, but Torque's going to hold with a single.
Yeah, that was interesting when he ran into that little point down there as the stands jut out. It looked like McCray ran into that, and Torque might have ideas of going into second, but McCray throws really well, and Torque just wisely held there at first.
So the Tigers get their first base runner of the game, and here's Max Clark. Clark has hit safely in 4 straight ball games, 3 hits in the series. First pitch to Max is taken up and outside for ball 1.
You know, that's challenge the pitch.
That's Torque's 14th hit.
Daniel Susak, his second challenge in as many innings, and that was a good one
confirmed.
there.
Sampson's got 2 remaining.
You better be sure at this point. You don't want to be putting your pitcher in a hole where, boy, you can't really afford to lose one now, and it's only the second inning.
That was a bad miss by the home plate umpire as Clark pops this one up, third base side, foul ground. Christian Koss near the Giants' dugout, and he will reach up, fight the sun, make the catch, side retired. Tigers strand a man on base. Inning and a half in the books here in San Francisco. Tigers in.
Six shutout frames and 10 strikeouts today.
He was fantastic out there. Really came after the Chicago White Sox lineup.
Jake to center field, to the throw zone. The walk it up. Jake Cronenworth, a great battle.
Fly ball, right field to the wall. There's number 1. Max Clark goes yards. Somebody get that baseball.
Take a good look. You won't see it for long.
That's his 6th multi-homer game of the year. That's number 1 in baseball. It's the 11th of his career.
Stay down. Say goodbye. He is unbelievable. Say it again. He is ridiculous right now.
A home run in the 7th last night. 2 home runs tonight.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Home half of the second inning, Tigers and Giants. Troy Melton back to work. Rafael Devers leads off for San Francisco. The first pitch is laced foul up the left field line. It's an 0-1 count. Devers, Basabe, and Gilbert. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Giants. Devers a .247 hitter on the year. The 0-1 pitch, he takes it high and tight, and the count evens at 1-1 Troy Melton, the 1-2-3 first inning, going to pop out a strikeout and a fly out to left. The 1-1 in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. It's the second time that Eduardo Valencia has caught Troy in a start. And the first one, Dan, went pretty well. It was that 14-0 shutout win over Baltimore on July 28th. It's a swinging strike by Devers on a pitch up, and it evens the count at 2-2. But not only did Valencia catch a shutout that day, but he also went 4 for 5 at the plate with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. The 2-2 got him swinging. Second strikeout of the day for Melton. That was the changeup below the zone.
Yeah, got him sped up on those high fastballs. And you're in swing mode when Troy Melton is attacking the strike zone like he is. Ball comes out and he goes, oh, finally, I got one down above my letters. But he forgot it was a changeup and the bottom fell out of it. Strike 3.
Slavy's Basabe takes a called strike. 2 for 6 in the series for Basabe. Giants a much different looking team than what they had going into the trade deadline, as that pitch misses down and away and evens the count up at 1-1 strike. They've had a tough go of it here in San Francisco this season under first-year manager Tony Vitello. The 1-1. That's low, 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, Troy Melton and Jackson Jobe yesterday, they don't waste any time. They get the ball back, and it's maybe 5-6 seconds, and they're ready to go.
2-1 is line foul down the third base line. Adrian Johnson right on it. Wasn't foul by much. Basabe got ahead of it. The count is 2-2. But Dan, you love it. You love the pace, especially when things are going well for guys like Melton and Jobe. I mean, it is just get the ball, throw the ball.
But Jackson Jobe, just the confidence that he had in his first outing.
2-2 is a slider that misses down and away, runs the count full. No score. Tigers and Giants in the second.
There was no apprehension whatsoever from the very first hitter. He looked like he'd been out there all year.
The pitch popped up. This one shallow right. If it even gets there, it will, as Gleyber Torres drifting back out. He'll make the catch. And that is out number 2. Tiger Injury Report is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. And Dan, last night, making his second rehab appearance, was lefty Brant Herter. Pitching for the Toledo Mud Hens against Omaha. Gave up 2 runs, 1 earned, and 1 inning of work with a walk and a strikeout. But we have not seen Brant in a Tigers uniform since his last appearance against Baltimore back on May 22nd, as Drew Gilbert lines one to the alley in right center. That's going to get down. It's going to get by Zach McKinstry and go all the way to the wall. This is going to be 3 bases for Gilbert. He will be into third base standing. So the first hit of the ball game for San Francisco is a triple, Drew Gilbert's third. And this is a ballpark, Dan, that is conducive to triples.
Especially in that area. And that was that cutter. And it was just down and in that happy zone for the left-handed hitters. We saw Drew Gilbert put some good swings on the ball yesterday. And he took off right where he left off yesterday, lining that in the right center to the deepest part of the ballpark. And, yeah, there was nothing holding him back.
Daniel Susac with a man on third takes a cold strike. Yeah, it's 391 to straightaway center. The deepest part of the ballpark is 415 in right center. And so when the ball gets out there and you have all the little undulations in the outfield wall here in San Francisco, that ball can run for days. This one, a one-hopper to third. Colt Keith snares it, gets up, throws out Susac for the final out as the Giants strand a run 90 feet away.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was an athlete, Lindsay. Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
More wins for our clients.
Carter on the move. He dives and he makes the catch.
Junior get a glove on it. Second one. Massey to first in time for a double play.
A tough play for Allen. Bare hand play and a good one for Nick Allen.
Into a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
Takes the ball inside on a changeup from Logan Webb. We're in the top of the third inning. Tigers and Giants scoreless. Third inning brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. 1-0 from Webb. Down and away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. 8-9-1 for the Tigers here in the third inning. Eduardo Valencia, Zach McKinstry, and Kevin McGonigal due up against Logan Webb. He's allowed 1 hit to this point. Pitch misses inside, and it goes 3-0 on Valencia. Eduardo, a 1-for-2 day yesterday with a double, and he drove in a pair of runs, and the Tigers shutout win over the Giants. 3-0 pitch is taken all the way, a sinker for a called strike 1. Webb's 3-1. Valencia pounds it into the ground at home plate, a foul, and it runs the count full.
Yeah, good to see Valencia get that double yesterday. Just the way that game ended on Friday night with him smoking a ball out to right center field and couldn't hit it any better and just held up out there for Jung-Hoo Lee to make the catch. And it was just nice to see him rewarded for taking the same at-bat, not trying to change anything. Hey, I can't do anything better.
Payoff pitch is up and inside, and that's ball 4. Leadoff man on for the first time today for the Tigers, and it brings up the 9-hitter Zach McKinstry. Logan Webb in his career 1-2 against the Tigers in 3 starts, a 2.04 ERA. He has allowed 10 runs, only 4 of them earned. Last time he faced the Tigers, he took a loss back on May 27th last year at Comerica Park. Went 6 innings, allowed 3 runs, gave up a home run to Wencel Perez. Pitch up and away on Zach McKinstry for a ball. But in his 3 career starts against the Tigers, 1 earned run, no earned runs, and 3 earned runs. The 1-0. At the knees, a called strike, evens the count. His first start against the Tigers was back in 2022. Pitched pretty well that day, but allowed 6 unearned runs. The 1-1. This one lifted in the air right field. Lee coming in. Long run. He will get there, make the letter high running catch to get McKinstry for the first out of the frame. Now it's back to the top of the card for Kevin McGonigal.
Yeah, that ball got held up again, too. It's going to be interesting to see that wind blowing out like it was yesterday, and the ball did not carry. The ball was actually on Friday night, a couple of home runs, Devers and Willie Adames. You thought that cool air might knock the ball down. The ball might travel a little better during the day, but it didn't go anywhere yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see what happens today.
Man on first is Valencia, scoreless ball game. McGonigal takes a called strike. Kevin flew to the right fielder Lee in the first inning. 13 hits on this road trip for Kevin McGonigal. And Dan, you brought this up in the break. That hit for Spencer Torkelson in the second inning was his 14th hit.
14th
of the road trip as Webb stretches. First base side, 0-1. McGonigal takes it upstairs, evens the count.
Yeah, that was the interesting thing about Torque telling me that, I just don't want to be known as a power hitter. I want to be known as a good hitter with power. Not a different approach at the plate, but just trying to give what the pitcher takes.
The 1-1 is low. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Just saying instead of every pitch trying to do the maximum and hit it out of the ballpark, it's just I'll run into my home runs. They'll make enough mistakes, and I'll capitalize on those mistakes, but if they're just making nasty pitches, I'm not going to try to take those out of the ballpark. I'm just going to take what they give me and kind of go the other way. If it's down and away, just hitting it where it's pitched, in other words.
The 2-1. Swinging a hard hit ground ball foul. Anthony Sanders had to jump out of the way. And how about the nice pick by the
ball dude?
Ball guy down there.
The ball dude, yeah.
2-2 on McGonigal. No score, Tigers and Giants third inning. Good crowd here at Oracle Park. Great ballpark, always a good atmosphere. 2-2. McGonigal swings, soft ground ball up the middle. Basabe, second baseman, flips with his glove to Adames at second. On to first. That was a slickly turned 4-6-3 double play to erase the Tigers here in the top of the third inning. We go to the bottom half. Tigers and Giants are scoreless here on the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Meyer is the...
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco Card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
Let's see how the big fastball for Miz works out.
Struck him out. Another fastball. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Always the big question is, how does somebody recover after their first start? You got all the jitters out after opening day.
I think he's back.
Still bringing some serious heat.
And he's already got 3 over 100 today.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 101, and Mizorowski's got the juice working here this afternoon at American Family Field. Couple of Ks and a perfect first for Miz.
Club starting at $20 a month. Official car wash of the Detroit Tigers.
Bottom of the third inning, Tigers and Giants scoreless. Cole Keith pulled in at third as Grant McCray leads things off for San Francisco, and he'll swing and miss at a Troy Melton cutter. Melton gave up a triple to Drew Gilbert in the second, worked around it. 8-9-1 for the Giants here in the bottom of the third. The 0-1 high and outside, evening the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Troy Melton is a guy that all season long he has proven that he gets better as the game goes on, as this one is roped to first, reeled in by Spencer Torkelson. 1 away.
Yeah, you'll see Troy's going to probably make some adjustments here as Gilbert triple was smoked, and then the last out of the inning, Susak hit the ball really hard to Colt Keith, and that ball was blistered to first base. So they'll probably try to make some adjustments here, knowing that they're putting the ball in play with some velocity.
Christian Koss, the batter, first pitch, fisted foul over the screen and into the press box. Right through one of the open windows down to our right. This game brought to you by Meyer, official grocery partner of the Detroit Tigers. 0-1 coming to Koss. Outside, evens the count, ball and a strike. Series is brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM. Ball and a strike to count on Christian Koss. Swings at the next pitch, flies this one to right field. Zach McKinstry waves off Max Clark. He's got it, 2 down. Boy, the ball right now, Dan, just dying out in right field.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what was causing that yesterday. The scoreboard here is right in center field, and it's very, very large, and you just wonder if it hits that scoreboard and then kind of pushes the wind back in. But, yeah, the ball goes up, and you think it would get a little help from the wind, but it's not.
There's a million flags here at Oriole Park, or Oracle Park, rather, as that pitch is away, and ball one on Bryce Eldridge. The ones on top of the scoreboard are blowing straight out towards the San Francisco Bay. The ones in right center are sort of pointing out towards right. Pitch outside, 2-0 on Eldridge. The three that are right by the right field foul pole are blowing left to right, and then the ones on the very top of the stadium's upper deck are standing still. 2-0. Cut and a miss on a fastball away. It's 2-1. But I think this is one of those situations, and then you have one that is beyond the stadium right before you get to the bay, and those are pushing towards left field. 2-1, down and in, and Melton falls behind Eldridge, 3 balls and 1 strike.
I guess you would say that they're kind of swirling then a little bit.
I guess that's the best way to say it. It's swirling wind, but if you try to figure out wind patterns here at Oracle Park, you're not going to do it. 3-1. Swing and a hard ground ball foul on the first base side. Runs the count full on Eldridge. Mentioned this at the top of the inning. Troy Melton seemingly gets better as he goes through these lineups multiple times. First time through the lineup this season, opponents hitting 198 as this one has flown foul on the third base side. Into the seats, and we'll do it again at 3-2. Second time through the lineup, opponents hitting 162 against Melton, and the third time through the lineup, hitting just 148. And it speaks to what we have seen with Troy throughout the course of this season. Is the 3-2 pitch. He lost him down and in, ball 4. Eldridge walks, and the Giants have a 2-out base runner. But it almost seems like with every Melton start, Dan, if he can get through the first inning, and that's where most of his trouble has been, then he's about as stingy as it gets the rest of the ballgame.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's had all this success, and he feels like he hasn't even had his really, I wouldn't say good stuff, but just been in complete control. He feels like he's got an even better way to go.
Jung-Ho Lee takes a called strike. Melton got him fishing at a changeup on a swinging strike 3. And this is not an easy guy to strike out in Jung-Ho Lee. Golke pulled in at third. Lee, his average sitting right at 300. He fisted this one foul.
Boy, he's in that count like he had him in that first at-bat. That same thing, cutter in on his hands, and then came back with that nasty changeup that was just going to his arm side by like 2 feet.
Lee entered plate today with the 301 average. That was good enough for 8th in the big leagues. And he is, and Dan, this stat is crazy to me as this one is fouled back. Lee, one of only 8 hitters in the entirety of Major League Baseball hitting 300 or above.
How about 1 in the American League?
And it's Jordan Alvarez.
1.
0-2 the count on Lee. Melton kicks and deals. Swing and a foul straight back.
Boy, you know that changeup has got to be in the back of Jung-Ho Lee's mind, because he's late on those 4-seam fastballs. He goes, I know that's in there somewhere. You're getting ready to throw it. I know you are.
Eldridge off first. Melton delivers the 0-2, and he swings and lifts a deep fly ball to center. Max Clark started out, now has to come in a few steps. He'll make the catch. Melton works around a 2-out walk. He has 3 scoreless innings in the books. We go to the 4th. Tigers and Giants are scoreless here on the Detroit Tigers.
Welcome to the Bronx, Luis.
Well, if this isn't a script, guy was born here, his family and friends are here.
Welcome back to the big leagues, Abby Ortiz. His first Major League homer in just his 3rd at-bat at the Major League level.
Grand slam! Derek Hill has just given the Phils the lead.
Derek Hill does it to DC again. 4-3, Phillies lead it. Derek Hill with his 9th home run of the season.
So it's 6 shutout, season high, 8 strikeouts.
Incredible work by him, and featuring the sweeper today. A nice little left turn. Used it versus righties and lefties.
3 home runs, 6 RBIs. Yes, he got his 18th home run in this series. He got it in this game.
Have a night, Alec Burleson. Have a night.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh, my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season, because I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Top of the fourth inning, scoreless. Tigers and Giants. Logan Webb back to work for San Francisco. Gleyber Torres leads off, swings the first pitch, lifts it in the air, right field side. On the run, Rafael Devers into foul ground, and he ran out of room and ran into the railing, unable to make the catch. It's 0-1 on Gleyber Torres. Fourth inning is brought to you by Wallside Windows, Michigan's leader in replacement windows. All season long, every time we go to replay, it's brought to you by 1-800-CALL-SAM. When you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM. Tigers and Giants with no score. Each team with one skinny hit on the scoreboard. Second baseman Basabe pulled up the middle with the right-handed hitting Torres at the plate. A lot of room on that right side. Devers off the line. The 0-1 pitch. Down and in. Count evens. Ball and a strike. Gleyber's 1 for 10 in the series with a walk. 261 average on the year. Webb's 1-1. Swinging a ground ball deep in the hole at short. Backhanded by Adames with his feet in the outfield. Throw to first, and on the hop, Devers could not corral it. Dan, I don't know what you think, but that appeared to be about the easiest of one-hop throws for Rafael Devers to collect, and we know that Gleyber doesn't get up the line all that fast. And he had the time. And that'll go E6 on the throw. I would contend that that should be E3 because that hit him right in the glove.
Yeah, I just think Adames had a lot of time, and he knew Gleyber was running and came up and just kind of lobbed it over there instead of letting it go.
Opportunity for the Tigers as Dylan Dingler takes down and away.
And that's just, one of those ones where the error is always given on the throw.
Sure.
But that's one of those ones where you have to appreciate everything that Spencer Torkelson does.
Webb's 1-0. Swinging a broken back ground ball to the left side. Charging in Koss. He gloves on first. Gets Dingler. Hit too slowly, though, to turn a double play. That was a sinker in on the hands that time to Ding. Simple ground out. And now a man on second. First runner in scoring position today for the Tigers for Riley Green. One thing about Logan Webb, Dan, is he will give you innings. And he is an absolute workhorse for these San Francisco Giants. First pitch to Riley is taken for a strike.
Giants have won his last 2 starts also, and he's given up just 2 runs over his last 12 innings, including his last start out where he had 6 innings of shutout ball.
The 0-1. In on the hands, bounce it right back to the mound. Gleyber thought about heading to third, has to stop. Underhand flip to Devers at first. On the ball fielded by Webb for out number 2. So he's keeping these Tiger hitters off balance.
I think Gleyber could have went over to third. He's kind of looking over at Billy Boyer at third base in the coach's box. But, you're already in scoring position. And that ball hit back to Logan Webb there on the mound. And he kind of thought about it and then just said, nah, I'm going to stay right here. And I think Logan Webb wasn't even paying attention to him, just came up and just threw Riley Green out at first.
Here's Colt Keith with a man on second and 2 outs. First pitch to Colt. It's a changeup that misses away for ball 1. Logan Webb, 3 straight years of 200 or more innings pitched. Last season, a career-high 224 strikeouts for this right-hander. The 1-0. He is high, and it's 2-0 on Keith. guy that has been reliable, giving at least 32 starts in each of the last 4 seasons. The 2-0 fouled back to the net. It's 2-1 on Keith.
Well, you know that they're got Colt Keith circled now, too, and Colt smashed that ball in his last time up over to Christian Koss at third base. And right there, just 2-0 and wasn't going to give in and threw a little cutter just to put a little bit of a wrinkle in it.
The 2-1, Keith taking a sweeper for a cold strike, and it evens the count at 2-2.
That sweeper's a nice pitch to get back into the count. Saw him go to it with Riley Green, his first at-bat. Just trying to start that ball off the outside corner to the left-handed hitter and then just work its way back and just barely catch that outside corner.
Colt hit .322 in the month of July. He's hitting .381 in the month of August. 8 for his last 22 at the plate. Pitch away, runs it full. But after a tough month of June, Keith has been phenomenal at the plate in July and August. 3-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Ranging up the middle is Basabe. He gloves. Off-balance throw, and he just gets Keith. That was a strong throw from Basabe, falling away from first base, and the Tigers will leave a runner in score.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
Good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody gonna take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it. Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this bat, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back?
Get back.
Okay, you can continue talking.
Right, and you're just going to hold on to it? Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, "Placata."
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for Miggy. Just saying.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
This is my 1994 Topps card. This is an action shot. I have no idea what I did this pitch, but it shows me, good form, head down, looking at the path of the ball swing, the bat, front leg sort of straight. Yeah, I think that was a good at bat. I'm going to swear by it. I think I hit a home run this time.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Something fun. How about Vegas? The D.com, the D Las Vegas. It's your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Tigers and Giants are scoreless. Game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Troy Melton off of back-to-back 7-inning shutout performances, and he has started his afternoon with 3 scoreless innings. Deals a ball low and away on Willie Adames. Adames flew to left in the first inning. 3-4-5 for the Giants here in the 4th. The 1-0 pitch. Adames rips it foul. Troy's left a couple of pitches up in this ball game, Dan, but to this point, the Giants have not capitalized.
No, and that's a loud foul, but it's a sinker that's moving in off the plate, and he pulled his hands in, and good, strike one.
Bunt shown by Adames, pitch is taken for a ball, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you throw a pitch like that that's well off the plate inside, and they want to swing at it and pull it well foul and get that strike, absolutely.
2-1 is line to center. Max Clark charging in, but he's forced to play on a bounce. And so Adames, leadoff single, and the Giants get a leadoff hitter aboard for the first time in this ball game, and brings up Rafael Devers. It was a cutter high and away, and Adames just went back through the middle. But back to what you were saying about Spencer Torkelson and the success that he has had on this road trip and wanting to be known as a good hitter. And you have to look no further than some of these really successful Tigers this season, like Dylan Dingler. The approach is always up the middle. And when you see Spencer Torkelson doing that and some of these other Tiger hitters as Devers chases a swing and a miss down and away on a changeup, that's where it all starts. And then the power will come. But if you focus on that up the middle as a hitter, that's going to make you that well-rounded hitter. The 0-1. Down and in, count evens, ball and a strike.
Yeah, so many of them. And even I talked to Ben Malgeri, and that's what he was talking about. You know, he just hit his first home run in Sacramento, and that's what he was saying. He said, I'll accidentally hit home runs just by becoming a good hitter.
Runner goes, pitches grounded up the middle, base hit in the center, hit and run was on for the Giants. Adames on his way to third, and he will be held there. So Rafael Devers singles and back-to-back singles, putting men at the corners. And the Giants threatening with 2 on and nobody out here in the 4th inning. It's a fastball left up and out over the plate, and thankfully all Devers did was ground that one sharply up the middle, but another hard hit ball at 108 off the bat.
Yeah, there's been several of them there, you know, and I'm sure Troy is kind of trying to figure this out as to, okay, what's going on here? I'm not used to this happening. I usually give up a lot of soft contact.
Slavis Basabe fouls one away, and it's an 0-1 count. So Melton in a bit of a pickle here in the 4th with men at the corners and nobody out in a scoreless ball game. Melton stretches center of the rubber, kicks and deals. Basabe takes down and away, evening up the counts. Basabe popped out to Gleyber Torres in short right field in the 2nd inning. Ball and a strike on Basabe. The pitch. Good curveball. He wasn't expecting that pitch, and it's hammered across for a strike.
That's exactly it. I mean, you're used to seeing all the hard stuff, the four-seam fastball, the cutter, the slider, and all of a sudden, where did that thing come from?
Troy's got a lot of tools in the toolbox. The 1-2 got him looking. Strike 3 called. Basabe is going to challenge
the pitch.
And if he loses, the Giants are out of challenges for the rest of this game. And the big board says,
the call is confirmed. San Francisco has no challenges remaining.
Troy Melton just dots the fastball at 98 at the bottom of the zone. Picks up his third strikeout of this game. And the Giants, boy, 2 ill-advised challenges. That one a little more excusable than the first inning one because you had the situation with men at the corners here. But the Giants out of challenges, Dan.
Boy, I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. That looked like it was a strike, and you were just fooled by it because of the curveball the previous pitch.
Strike on Drew Gilbert, and he works ahead 0-1.
You know, it's kind of one of those pride, challenges where you're like, oh, man, I mean, I got an RBI possibility, and I got fooled with that pitch. Oh, let me see if it's a little bit low, and now you put your team in a big hole.
The 0-1 misses on a changeup away, count evens, ball and a strike. It's a big-time punch-out for Troy Melton, and beautifully placed fastball right at the bottom rung of the strike zone. Drew Gilbert, the hitter, it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. He tripled his last time through, ground ball to first and foul, and Melton ahead 1-2.
Let's see if he can get a couple of strikeouts here. He just went to that changeup. Let's see if he doubles up with it after coming with one of them and out in front just to dribble that foul. A lot of times these Tiger catchers like to double up with that pitch.
Ball and 2 strikes on Gilbert, the pitch. Swing and a fly ball shallow to right. We'll see if it's deep enough to get the run home. McKinstry settling underneath, makes the catch, tagging, heading to the plate is Adames. Throw to the plate, a perfect strike to tag for Valencia, and they got him at home. Giants, we'll see if they challenge it, Dan, but what a strike from Zach McKinstry. The Giants will not challenge, and it ends up being a double play.
How about Zach McKinstry getting behind that baseball and uncorking the perfect strike? I mean, Eduardo Valencia is just standing right out in front of the plate, didn't have to move. Perfect throw, and then just in plenty of time able to go there and put that tag on.
What a play, and it keeps the Giants off the...
Wow. It's like an Academy Award came to life. How
long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue, and it's got a hot tub. Look at that. I mean, come on. American ingenuity. That is living. What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Yankees in the outfield? They're everywhere.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Is a proud sponsor of Detroit Tigers Radio.
Logan Webb, fifth inning, scoreless Giants and Tigers. The 0-1 to Torque is taken high. Torque 1 for 1 in this game, single to left in the second, his 14th hit of the road trip. He'll be followed by Max Clark and Eduardo Valencia. What a play on both ends from Zach McKinstry and Eduardo Valencia to end the bottom of the fourth inning as that pitch is high and outside. It was a fly ball to right off the bat of Drew Gilbert. It looked like it may be deep enough to score the runner Willie Adames at third. Adames tagged, headed towards the plate, and Zach McKinstry a perfect strike to Valencia as Torque lines one to center field. Going back on the ball is Gilbert, and he reaches up. He makes the catch and crashes into the wall. What a play.
Wow, my goodness. I mean, he got turned around when he went back. Had to do a 360 going back there, and I thought that was over his head and just reached up enough to grab just right at the top of his glove. Fine play. Man, have we seen defense in this game so far? That's 3 great defensive plays.
One down for Max Clark, who's 0 for 1. Logan Webb at 53 pitches as he works here in the fifth as Clark fouls one back to the net. It's a 0-1 count. But Dan, going back to that McKinstry throw, I mean, that is, if you're George Lombard, you can't draw that up any better. His outfielder was in perfect position, made a perfect throw to the plate. Valencia didn't have to move, applied the tags. This one is grounded to first. Devers will scoop, step on the bag. Clark retired, 2 down.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if it's offline just slightly, I mean, that's why you're sending him. I thought it was plenty deep, and there's no reason not to have him tag up. But if that's offline either direction, I mean, it's a great chance for him to slide in there, but it takes a perfect throw, and that's exactly what Zach McKinstry delivered.
Cannot understate the value of Zach McKinstry to this ball club. Eduardo Valencia, sharp ground ball to third. It is picked by Christian Koss on to first in a very fast 1-2-3 inning for Logan Webb. Tigers go in order.
It's over his head, but somehow he ran it down and made the catch.
Turner dives, he's got it, gets to his feet, throws to first, he got it.
On comes Paez, he'll slide feet first and make a tremendous catch. Leaping try, Wilson makes the catch.
Get up, he did it again. Oh, baby, what a play by Nasim Nunez.
Sprints on, Kyle Tucker makes his own first impression for Stubble.
Marshall on the move, and he's going to make a sliding catch.
Round to the right side, Michael Bush. Hey, nice glove.
Andy Paez with another gem in center field.
So does Clark, and Max Clark throws his body at it.
That's a long run for Max Clark.
DeLuca racing in, dives and makes the catch.
Caught by Adames. Got hops.
Nice backhanded pick by Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement flashes the leather.
One in the air, third base side, and caught by a sliding Caminero. What a pretty play by Junior.
Up the middle. And Sprawling. looking for the out.
First pitch swing by Abreu. He absolutely torments this baseball. 4-3 Boston. The Red Sox keep going back-to-back on the West Coast.
Lou, you saw in game one when they fell behind and you're thinking, you know what, this is going to touch their mettle. Well, this whole series, they've responded.
This whole month, Paul, like it's been like this.
Profits supporting Michigan kids. Go Tigers!
Tigers and Giants scoreless, bottom of the fifth inning. It's Daniel Susac, Grant McCray, Christian Koss due up for San Francisco against Troy Melton. Fifth inning is brought to you by Figer Law. All we do is win. We're going to check that out-of-town scoreboard from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, brought to you by Meijer, official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Troy Melton gets to work against Susac, who grounds one sharply foul and off his foot. He goes to the ground, and with that, we'll pause for station identification here on the Detroit Tigers radio network. Athletic trainer out to take a look at Susac. It was a hard foul, Dan, right off. It looked like it got him right below the knee on a sinker inside.
But that's that same pitch that Willie Adames yanked foul way down the left field line, and it's just that run from that sinker from Troy Melton, busting right in on the hands. Looks so inviting, and then it keeps working its way, and then just clipped the bottom of it, shot it right into his knee.
25-year-old Susac, native of Roseville, California. He was originally a first-rounder of the A's back in 2022 out of Arizona. His brother was also in the Giants system, and he was Buster Posey's backup back in 2014 when the Giants won their most recent World Series. His brother Andrew was a second-round pick of the Giants back in 2011. Played parts of 6 major league seasons. Susac still trying to walk it off.
I mean, these catchers are tough. I mean, all the foul balls that they take when they're behind the plate. But man, this is a long time.
Well, you know, he wants to stay in the ball game, but they are still looking at him. We'll check out those scores. Cubs, they pounded the Kansas City Royals today 10-2. Marlins all over the Angels 12-3. That's a final. Took extra innings, but the Braves beat the New York Yankees 2-1. Athletics upended the Red Sox with a run in the 8th and a run in the 9th. Comeback win in Boston. 4-3 for the Athletics. Mets 11-1 winners over the Pirates. Phillies took 12 innings. They trailed into the bottom of the 12th, but they beat the Toronto Blue Jays 7-6. They must have had some rain in Chicago today, Dan, because the White Sox and the Guardians are only in the second inning. Cleveland's up 2-1. Twins and Brewers tied 3-3 in the 9th. Susac remains in the game. It's an 0-1 count as Melton delivers, and it's taken down and away on a slider, evening up the count.
It'll be interesting to see if Susac can put the ball in play, just how hard he's going to be able to run, because he was visibly still limping as he went to home plate.
The 1-1, a wave and a miss, doubled up on the slider, and it's a 1-2 count. Glad you brought that up, because Tiger catchers between Dylan Dingler, Eduardo Valencia, and even with Jake Rogers before he left, they are not afraid to double and triple up on pitches if they think something's going to be successful, and he did it right there, tripled up on the slider, and it missed away. It's 2-2.
Yeah, I just think it's always, you know, they're least expecting it. Oh, I just saw it. You're not going to throw it again.
The 2-2 pitch. In on the hands, a changeup that's fouled back.
And Troy Melton to the right-handers, after he throws those sliders, has been freezing the right-handed hitters with a four-seam fastball well placed on that outside corner.
2-2. Got him. Swinging. Strike 3 on a fastball up. That's Melton's 4th strikeout. And there's one away in the 5th for Grant McCray. But righties that had a tough go of it against Melton this season.
That's the perfect sequencing right there. After you see those sliders away and then come with that four-seam fastball, you're expecting that ball to break off the plate. It doesn't, and then you're just way late on it.
Bunt, and it's bunted up in the air from McCray, and Troy Melton will make the catch as he casually jogs towards the line. 2 outs.
Thank you very much. One pitch.
Here's a free out for you.
Absolutely, and McCray was one of the ones that hit the ball on a line directly right at Spencer Torkelson, and then right there just popped that bunt up, and you're thinking, thank you very much.
Yep.
And McCray's walking back. I just gave that a bat away.
It's such an ill-advised play right there. It's a scoreless ball game in the 5th inning. I understand you're trying the element of surprise, but you need base runners, and I don't know if that's the best way. And now Christian Koss squaring around to bunt. And he'll take a ball outside, so it's a 1-0 count. 68 pitches for Melton. Pitch count brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Strikeout update brought to you by Carbless, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. 4 strikeouts for Troy as he gets Koss to swing and miss at a fastball elevated. Troy's also been pretty stingy on the road this season. He has 6 home starts, 6 road starts. In his starts at Comerica Park, and these are nothing to sneeze at either. 4-1 with a 2.10 ERA. He's allowed 7 home runs in 34 innings of work at home. The 1-1, swinging a foul right off of Eduardo Valencia. And it's a 1-2 count. But on the road this season, Dan, 6 starts on the road, 3-0 with a 1.13 ERA. And of the 8 home runs he's allowed, only 1 has come away from Comerica Park. And he's only allowed 5 runs on the road in over 40 innings of work. The 1-2, poked towards first. Spencer Torkelson has it. He will underhand flip to Melton covering. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Troy once again. We go to the 6th. Tigers and Giants are scoreless here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
Caminero, a homer to start the scoring, and a 2-run single.
Oh, here goes another. Left center field. We wondered what it would be like for Junior in Colorado. It's 8-1 Rays on Junior's 32nd, and that was a rocket. Tell you what, folks, these next couple days, I want to at least make sure you tune in when Junior comes out here at Coors Field.
I mean, my goodness, this was an absolute bullet. Both the home runs he's hit tonight, it's not just because they're in Colorado. They would have been gone anywhere.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
6th inning is brought to you by the Jeff Demmer Automotive Group. Experience the Demmer difference. We have been treated to a pitching duel and defensive gems all over the field today as Logan Webb starts off Zach McKinstry with a check swing on a cutter. It was elevated, and it's ball 1.
Zach McKinstry's doing a great job in these situations right here, leading off an inning before the lineup flips over.
1-0 is a called strike on the outside corner, evening up the count on Zach.
Seems like he's been doing it all road trip, just somehow finding his way to get on, and then that lineup flips over, and that top of the order is able to get him around and in.
Cutter, a called strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Zach is 9 for his last 25 at the plate, hitting .372 in the month of August in 8 games. The 1-2 pitch. McKinstry pokes it to left, but it's foul. No score, Giants and Tigers here in the 6th inning. Quite the matchup. We knew it was going to be a good one coming in with Logan Webb and Troy Melton. Webb from the center of the rubber into his motion. 1-2 on McKinstry. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Basabe gets past him on the dive and into center field for a base hit. Boy, that was right on cue for what Dan Petrie just said.
That's what he's been doing this entire road trip. And you know he's just itching to run. And Logan Webb has given up his fair share of stolen bases this year. Catcher Daniel Susac, there have been 26 successful attempts. He has thrown out 13. And Webb that might be this combination. Webb has allowed 16 stolen bases this year. He picks on to first. McKinstry head first dive back in, but he was not far off the bag. So first disengagement. Tigers trying to crack through first. They have a leadoff hitter aboard for the second time in 6 innings. McKinstry inching away. Webb sets above the belt, kicks and offers on the first pitch to Kevin McGonigal, and it's outside for ball 1. And Susac wanted a challenge, but they have none remaining. And he would have won. Yeah, partly at fault for that, for an ill-advised challenge on a pitch 3 inches above the strike zone in the first inning. He would have won that one for sure. Webb peeks over his shoulder at McKinstry at first base. Devers holds him on. Middle looks for 2. The 1-0 pitch is outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And that is the disadvantage of using those ABS challenges early and in lower leverage situations. Because now you're in a situation where you're in the 6th inning, and there's a big difference between a 2-0 and a 1-1 count. Webb turns over towards first and now sets the 2-0. Low called strike on McGonigal, and he is going to challenge on the changeup. So it's either 3-0 or 2-1, and it's 3-0.
Detroit has 2 remaining.
It was late. Kevin just thought about it for a little split second and then just raised his hand quickly. And just knowing the strike zone as he does so well, not afraid to challenge, and another successful.
3-0 on McGonigal, the pitch. Takes it all the way. He takes a cold strike. 3-1 now on Kevin with a man on first. Third baseman Koss off the line. Shortstop Adames is shaded up the middle. Sabe playing at home at second base. Outfield slightly shaded towards left. 3-1. McGonigal swings, fouls it over the screen and right into the sections in front of us, and it's a 3-2 count. Yeah, look to this pitch here. Full count with Zach McKinstry on first base, and Kevin McGonigal does not strike out that often. See if Zach McKinstry decides to take off here. He does. 3-2. It's a swing and a foul at home plate. The only disadvantage is if Kevin McGonigal hits a line drive right at somebody, but, he just very rarely strikes out, so you want to put that hitter in motion, and Kevin McGonigal gets a base hit or one in the gap. Zach McKinstry, if he's off with a pitch, still can come around and score. Giants did a hit and run 2 innings ago, and it set them up beautifully first and third with nobody out, and then the Tigers got out of it. Let's see if McKinstry goes again. He does. 3-2. Swinging a ground ball foul. So McGonigal will see another pitch. It'll be the 8th of the sequence. He has fouled off 3 straight. And this is where it just becomes so hard on a pitcher where Zach McKinstry started it off with that base hit, and now Kevin McGonigal puts you through the ringer right here. Gets you to that full count, fouled off 2 really good pitches. Can't stand out there and make those pitches all day long, those perfect pitches like he's made the last 2. And sooner or later, you're going to make a mistake. Yeah, Webb steps off ahead of the 3-2. So no disengagements remaining in this at bat, and McKinstry, he's gone on 2 straight. Devers will hold him on. Webb delivers, runner goes, pitch is swung on, ground ball past the diving Devers into right field for a base hit. McKinstry slid into second base, but with that ball being deadened by hitting the glove of Devers, it just trickles into right field. And the Tigers in business. Men at the corners and nobody out for Gleyber Torres. Boy, that's just, again, you're going to get a good pitch eventually. And that ball was just kind of stabbed at by Devers, it looked like.
I mean, he's got to hold Zach McKinstry on. He knows he's going. He's got to get a good jump off of there, but unable to come up with it. And really all he did was just turn as he got off of first base. And as he tried to react to it, it just went under his glove and into right field. Tigers in great shape here.
2 on, nobody out. First time the Tigers have had 2 on base in an inning today. Second runner they've had in scoring position. Base hit, deep fly ball gives the Tigers a lead. Infield pulled in slightly even with the bags all the way around. First pitch to Gleyber Torres is a swing and a foul off to the first base side. Both starters have been good. This is the first time Logan Webb is pitching in trouble today. He readies in the 0-1. Fastball taken top of the zone, a called strike. We know Gleyber likes to go to right field, Dan, and there is just a vast expanse between Rafael Devers and Eslavas Basabe, the second baseman. The 0-2 taken low on a change. It's a 1-2 count.
Yeah, and Gleyber in these situations, again, just like Kevin McGonigal, he's going to give you that good at-bat. You're going to have to earn an out against Gleyber Torres. Good situational hitter.
It's a 1-2 count on Torres. Webb looks at McGonigal at first. McKinstry's at third. The 1-2. Swinging a ground ball left side. Backhanded by Adames. Goes to second for one. On to first. Double play. But the run from third scores. And it's 1-0 Tigers. No RBI for Torres. But the Tigers strike first here in the 6th inning.
Boy, just the way Troy Melton is pitching and the way the Tigers bullpen is lined up. Yeah, you're happy to get that double play. But that run, that first run, that important first run just comes in, and now all the pressure quickly flips to the Giants, and now you just want to continue to add on like the Tigers did in yesterday's game.
Base is clear for Dylan Dingler, who takes a called strike on a sweeper. One nothing Tigers here in the 6th inning. Tigers have hit into 2 double plays, but that one produces a run. Infield retreating to normal depth for the Giants. The 0-1 pitch is taken high and outside, and it evens the count on Ding at a ball and a strike. Dylan Dingler having a marvelous year. 26 home runs and 80 driven in. Webb from the windup. The 1-1 on Dingler. Sends it in the air, up the right field line. Devers is going out into foul ground. Rafael Devers makes the catch. Side retired. Tigers get on the board. Zach McKinstry scores on a double play ball. It's 1-0 Tigers.
Here's Austin Riley. Riley deep out to left center. It's at the track. It's at the wall. It's in the seats.
2-run homer, Austin Riley, as he swings the wood hard and pounds one over the left field wall. 3-0 Braves.
I thought that was going to go. That went even further than I thought it was going to go.
He crushed it.
He did.
433 feet, almost 107 off the bat. Yeah, to feel good for Austin. Got that single last time, right? And this time, you like the matchup he had there.
Carter on the move. He dives and he makes the catch.
Junior get a glove on it. Second one. Massey to first in time for a double play.
A tough play for Allen. Bare hand play and a good one for Nick Allen.
Diving play. Cruz makes an incredible grab.
Gordon back to the wall and makes the catch up against the fence. Diving stop by Turner. Scampers to his feet. Throws in time.
Dives, backhand, got it.
Nicely done by Trent Grisham.
And Randy Rosarena makes the catch. Put it on a show. Leeds made the catch. Slams into the wall and hung on. Warnick with a great diving play. Pajes makes a sliding catch. We've seen him do that several times this week.
Coming in Outman, and he'll dive and make the catch. Fine play.
That is spectacular. It's the Durbin D game.
Lemore dives to his left, gets up, blows, he got him. Wow, this kid is something special.
start for the Giants here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Troy Melton back to work pitching with a lead. First pitch to Eldridge, a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Third trip through the lineup for Melton in this season. Opponents hitting just 148 third time through against Troy. Strike called on a curveball, and he's quickly ahead 0-2. Eldridge 0 for 1 today with the walk. Dan, this season, as we'll wait for this pitch, the 0-2 is low. When Troy Melton gets to an 0-2 count, opponents hitting 100 off him. They are 3 for 30 at the plate this season.
It just always talks about that's why they just emphasize first pitch strikes and winning that race to 2 strikes.
Check swing. It was down and away, and it evens the count at 2-2.
Yeah, I thought Valencia was going to challenge that, and home plate umpire Paul Clemens asked him, "Hey, you want to challenge?" And
good thing he did.
He said no.
2-2 is in on the hands and fouled over top of us. Lefties have had the power advantage against Troy this season. Slightly lower batting average and a higher OPS at 624. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. On top of a curveball. 2 curveballs in that sequence to Eldridge. And Troy's got 5 strikeouts.
Yeah, just set up so nicely. The previous pitch was a 4-seam fastball that was at the top of the strike zone. And just Eldridge was just able to clip the bottom of it and foul it back. Then he starts that curveball on the same plane as that fastball, and it just came in, and he can't come up with it.
Jung-Hoo Lee takes the ball up and outside. 7th inning is brought to you by the Sneffkamp Automotive family, celebrating 100 years in 4 great Michigan locations. Keith in at third. McGonigal shaded up the middle at short, the 1-0. Lee takes a curveball for a strike. He has had Jung-Hoo Lee flummoxed to this point in the ballgame. Struck him out on a changeup in the first. He flew to fairly deep center in the third. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Climbed the ladder and got him to swing and miss at a high fastball, and it's a 1-2 count. Former MVP of the KBO over in Korea, Jung-Hoo Lee. The 1-2. Just got a piece, fouled it back to the screen.
Tried to get him with that real good changeup. Jung-Hoo Lee just able to kind of wave at it and just clip it foul.
Melton ahead 1-2 as he wheels and deals, and it's low on a changeup. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out in the first inning. This guy last year struck out only 11.5% of the time. Was in the top 5 in the big leagues as he lines one into shallow right. McKinstry charging in, and he will make the head-high running catch for the second out. Boy, Troy Melton, so economical when he is on the mound. And he doesn't quite have enough innings to qualify for the league leaderboard, but to put it in perspective, Dan, Nick Martinez of Tampa averaging 13.95 pitches per inning. Second best in the big leagues is Cater Montero as Willie Adames swings and misses at a fastball. Cater is at 14.41 and Troy at 14.46 pitches per inning. The 0-1. Adames takes a fastball low and it evens the count up. And then Logan Webb is 10th in the big leagues on the other side of things, averaging just a shade over 15 pitches per inning. The 1-1. Popped up. Behind home. Eduardo Valencia onto the track. He'll make the catch. And that is now 8 in a row set down by Troy Melton. We go to the 7th. Tigers lead the Giants 1-0 on the Detroit Tigers radio network.
Friedel going back, and he's got it. He dropped it. You have to catch that ball. You have to.
You can't come to the game with that, and you can't do that.
Ronald Acuna Jr. pouring dirt into Ozzie Albies' glove, and I'm telling you, man, he's got almost half the infield in there.
Well, you look, he wants to throw to second, but he can't get it out. Why? Because it's stuck in the web.
That is a very odd play, and they've just brought a new glove out for Shonowell.
But it leaves Gunnar tonight a single and a walk, and it brings up the cleanup man, Tyler O'Neill.
And he absolutely drills it. O'Neill, oh my!
what I call absolutely leaning back on one right there. Got to count his favorite 3-1, folks, and he got a heater right down the gut, and I'm talking about put some lumber on that one. 109 off the bat. Tyler O'Neill's 9th long ball of the season, his 20th RBI, and the Orioles strike first in Game 2 of this series.
Kobe crushes one to left field. How about a Kobe Jack?
That thing landed on the concourse.
Back-to-back moonshots. O'Neill and Mayo. How far can you go?
Mr. Mayo says, anything you can do, T.O., I can too. 106 off the bat, 436 feet.
Five and 6 for the Tigers here in the top of the 7th inning. 7th inning brought to you by the Snefkamp Automotive family, celebrating 100 years at 4 great Michigan locations. Hardest working players brought to you by Carhartt, proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball and all the hard-working people who make it possible. Give it up to Troy Melton today. 6 scoreless for him to this point. First pitch to Riley is a called strike. Riley's 0 for 2 in this ball game. He has struck out looking and grounded out to the pitcher. Logan Webb pitching into the 7th inning. He has 9 starts this season where he's gone 7 or 8 innings. That's outside, and it's 1-1. And it seemed like it actually was every start in the month of June. He worked 7 innings twice and 8 innings thrice in his 5 June starts. Riley swings and misses over top of a sinker, and it's a 1-2 count.
And this is a perfect example of how Logan Webb is so successful. Those sweepers going from right to left, and then that sinker going from left to right. Got the ball going in different directions to Riley Green.
Here's the 1-2 to Riley. And he got him. Swinging strike 3 on a changeup away.
He saw plenty of those changeups yesterday. I didn't know. I thought Logan Webb would come back with those changeups. And Roop yesterday threw him a lot of changeups, and Riley didn't have a whole lot of success. And that's the first one he threw him, and finally got the swing and miss. Pitched him extremely tough in today's game.
Yeah, that changeup starts at the knees and then just darts down and away, arm side. First pitch to Cole Keefe. He takes a called strike on a sinker, and it's 0-1. Logan Webb is a tough customer on the hill. Eats up innings, and he's pretty darn successful in doing so. The 0-1 outside evens the count at a ball and strike. Last time he went 7 was back on July 8th in a start against Toronto. The 1-1 outside, 2 balls and a strike on the sweeper. Again, the Giants out of challenges, used 2 early, and they were both unsuccessful. Tigers still with 2 remaining. The 2-1 pitch to Keith. Swinging a ground ball to second. Basabe shuffles to his left. He will scoop. Flips on to first. Keith retired. There are 2 out for Spencer Torkelson.
Yeah, if you're Logan Webb, you know that you're up against a tough customer in Troy Melton, and the only thing you can do at this point is just try to keep it right at 1-0. You know, the Giants had their one chance, and that great play by Zach McKinstry thwarted that opportunity.
First pitch to Torque is taken for a strike. Torque 1 for 2. He was robbed by the center fielder Drew Gilbert on a fine play in the 4th inning. He ropes one over to short. Adames with a nice pick. Turns his body, throws to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Logan Webb. 7th inning stretch presented by DTE. Score energy savings this season and manager.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Two-run double.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
Good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody gonna take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it.
Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this bat, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back? Okay, you can continue talking.
And you're just going to hold on to it?
Yeah. Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, placata.
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for Miggy. Just saying.
Go 6 Coro, 26 Coro, 26 Coro, 26 Coro, 26 Coro. 26 Coro, 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 26 Coro. 26 Coro, 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 26 Coro.
Atmosphere, the crowd is
Tigers with another shutout win yesterday. It was pretty incredible. Tigers 8 shutout wins this season when they've scored 8 or more runs. And it's just the 4th team in Major League history since 1901 to reach that total. Only one team has more of those, and that's the Baltimore Orioles. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of the 7th, but the shutout is still intact as Rafael Devers takes a called strike on a cutter. Devers 1 for 2, singled in the 4th on a hit and run. The 0-1. That's low, and the count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitching has been pretty darn good this entire road trip. The 1-1 yanked foul.
Well, you see Troy just in the last couple of innings is starting to break out that curveball a little bit more as he's gone through the lineup for the 3rd time. Instead of sticking to just his main pitch, is starting to throw a little bit more of a pitch that he doesn't throw that often.
The 1-2 slider towards the back foot. Devers didn't offer up a swing, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There is a righty warming down in the Tigers bullpen. Bullpen located in deep right center. Pitches upstairs, and Devers has worked a full count. So A.J. Hinch, reinforcements ready to go if Melton gets into any kind of trouble here in the 7th inning. He's thrown 6 scoreless to this point, but the Tigers on 1-0 lead. Kyle Finnegan tossing in the Tigers bullpen. 3-2 the count on Rafael Devers. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Payoff pitch is lifted in the air down the third base line. Way out is Keith, and the ball is going to drop between Riley Green and Colt Keith. That is a mistake by the Tigers, Dan. That ball should have been Riley's, and Keith had to run a long way to get there, and it fell between the two of them for a leadoff single for Devers.
Yeah, and I was watching Rafael Devers. He stayed right at home plate, just watching that baseball, and when that ball hit the ground, he was about halfway to first base. I mean, if he's running out of the box at all, he gets himself into scoring position.
A.J. Hinch pops out of that Tigers dugout, and that's going to be the end of the day for Troy Melton. So Melton twirls another beauty. Right now his line stands at his third straight scoreless start. We'll see how...
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Bonds would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,000th 131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Shutouts, and new major league records. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit, where the Tigers' roar never stops, and the seventh inning stretch means we're getting ready to pounce. Save and win with Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers.
Tiger pitching change brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Making his 49th appearance of the year as right-hander Kyle Finnegan comes into a 1-0 Tigers lead. Runner on first is Rafael Devers. Oslevis Basabe, the hitter, and he will take a called strike from Finnegan.
Big outing here for Kyle Finnegan. He last pitched on Thursday in Seattle. Only threw 5 pitches and was helped out by a real nice, fine play by Zach McKinstry at second base to turn a double play.
Keith pulled in at third, middle looks for 2. The 0-1 misses low, evens up the count.
This is one of these arms that you really, really need at the back end. Really need Kyle Finnegan to come through this inning, have a nice clean inning.
Ball and a strike on Basabe. Finnegan coming set, the 1-1. Taken at the knees, a called strike on a fastball, and it's a 1-2 count on Basabe.
Boy, you can't place any better 2 pitches than those 2 strikes to Basabe. Those are 4-seam fastballs, and they are knee-high right on the outside corner.
1-2 the count. Kyle Finnegan, such a big piece of that Tiger bullpen a season ago. That's what they need from him down the stretch this season. The 1-2, swinging a rope to short, pick by McGonigal. Flips to Torres for 1, on to first. And not in time to turn the double play, but they do get the lead runner Devers in second on the 6-4 putout. Basabe now at first, and Drew Gilbert was the batter. But Dan, I want to go back to what we were talking about with Devers, and you had alertly saw that was a fly ball to left. He thought it was an out, and he was just lollygagging to first base, and he probably should have been in the scoring position.
Yeah, when the ball went up, I thought that he thought maybe it was foul, and that's why he stayed at home plate.
Runner goes. First pitch is away on Drew Gilbert. The throw tips off the glove of Kevin McGonigal on a high throw from Valencia. Stolen base for Basabe, and he will get to third on the E2.
Yeah, Basabe, the reason the Tigers did not turn that double play was because Basabe showed his speed getting down the line, because that ball was hit pretty hard by Basabe right to Kevin McGonigal. And he takes off the first pitch. The ball just clips off his glove, goes into short center field, allowing Basabe to get to third. See if the Tigers can work their magic again and get out of this.
Infield pulled all the way in, all the way around. The 1-0 pitch to Gilbert. Taken low, and Finnegan falling behind. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting Drew Gilbert. Finnegan's 2-0. Outside 3-0. Tying run at third base for the Giants. 25-year-old Drew Gilbert at the plate.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he's swinging 3-0 here, if he gets a good pitch that he likes.
3-0 offering is a high, called strike one.
The Tigers have a good opportunity. If he gets on, they can turn another double play to get out of this inning.
Boy, Dan, and that was a pitch that was above the zone. And again, the Giants out of challenges. 3-1 on Gilbert. The pitch. Taken on a splitter, a called strike on the inside rail, runs it full. That one did clip that rail. Good call by the home plate umpire, Paul Clemens.
Boy, now if you're Gilbert, you're not sure what's coming. He could either go with that high fastball again or go right back to that splitter.
3-2 the count on Drew Gilbert. Runner on third and one out here in the Giants' seventh. The pitch from Finnegan. Poked in the air and foul into the seats on the third base side. We'll do it again at 3-2.
Good splitter. Valencia set up on the outside part of the plate, and Kyle Finnegan threw it right there. Started as a strike and then just started moving down and away. Just able to get a piece of it.
Once again, 3-2 pitch. Swinging another foul. Gilbert hanging tough.
Tried to sneak that fastball by him after a couple of split fingers. Was hoping that he might think that that was going to drop out of the strike zone and just stayed true, but just at that last split second was able to flip the bat head at it and just get a piece.
Drew Summers warming in the Tigers bullpen. 3-2 the count on Drew Gilbert. Finnegan stretches. Runner on third. 3-2 pitch. Swing, and he saws this one over to third. Keith has it. Tries to barehand, and he cannot get a handle on the ball. He's had intentions of going home, and I think if he fields it cleanly, Dan, he's got a shot at Basabe at the plate. But instead, the Giants tie up the ball game.
Yeah, it was going to be one of those do-or-die plays. It's just kind of squibbed off the bat. And if he does come up with that, I think all in one motion, if he's able to come up with that and then fire it home, it's going to be very, very close. It's just one of those do-or-die plays. You want to try to cut that run off, and unfortunately the Tigers are not able to do so.
Infield single for Drew Gilbert. Giants will use a pinch hitter here for Daniel Susac. Now, Chris Fetter heading out to the mound. Dan, you've got a situation here where I think AJ's probably saving Drew Summers for the top two lefties in this Giants lineup, but with a left-handed pinch hitter here, could opt to go to Summers, but they will leave Finnegan in.
And we'll see Gilbert. We've seen the good speed when he's played the outfield. He has one stolen base, but has been caught 3 times. See how aggressive the Giants want to be here.
So here's Drew Kavanaugh pinch hitting for Daniel Susac. Man on first is Drew Gilbert. He is 1 of 4 swiping bases this season. Keith in at third. Middle looks for 2. 1-1 ball game. Tigers and Giants in the 7th inning. Pitch is away on Kavanaugh, and that's ball 1. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on a high 4-seamer. Evens the count up. Tigers carried a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the 7th inning. Giants tying it up on an infield single from Drew Gilbert. Line on Troy Melton is complete. Run on 4 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts in 6 innings. Final line brought to you by Figer Law. The 1-1. Low called strike on Kavanaugh. And Finnegan able to work ahead at 1-2.
And that's one of those ones. Valencia, I've been watching him all day. The good framing. That pitch was right at the bottom of the strike zone, and he was able to really frame it well. And because they're out of challenges, he got that called strike because of the framing job.
The 1-2. Up and outside, count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's one of those things that they kept saying about what he needed to do. He can swing the bat. He's certainly proven that, but he had to improve on his catching. Yes, he made that throw that went into center field, but just in his framing, his pitch calling, and he's looked really good in framing the ball today.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Kavanaugh. Finnegan kicks and offers. Swing and a pop-up foul into the seats. And again, how about the work of the catching department and the entire Tiger organization, Dan? I mean, we see the work over the years of these catchers who have come up from the minor leagues, whether it's Jake Rogers, Dylan Dingler, and now Eduardo Valencia. Their ability to play the position at a high level defensively. The 2-2. Got him looking. Strike 3 called. Perfect fastball, bottom of the zone. Kavanaugh, the pinch hitter, down on strikes. 2 away for Grant McCray. And now A.J. Hinch bounces out of that Tigers dugout, and it's bullpen time once again. So man on first for the Giants and Drew Gilbert. Drew Summers coming in, and we'll step aside for this Tiger call to the pen. It's 1-1, Tigers and Giants, bottom of the 7th inning on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Tiger pitching change brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Tigers and Giants tied up at a run apiece. Drew Summers, the new arm, Dan.
Yeah, Drew Summers has just been in one of those spots where he's been absolutely dynamite coming out of the Tigers bullpen, gaining more and more confidence each and every time he comes out.
So left on left here with Grant McCray, who's 0 for 2, and McCray swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. It's an 0-1 count.
Had another really strong outing on Friday night. Has 6 strikeouts over his last 3 1/3 innings.
Oh, one from Summers. Sawed off down the third baseline foul. Boy, he got that sinker in on the hands. 0-2.
Boy, after one of those right in on the hands.
Do you go back to it?
Well, I mean, I would stay away is where I would go with it. And he could pick either the 4-seam fastball away or that sweeper, but just make sure you get it away.
Summers looks at first. The 0-2 is high and outside. He did go fastball.
And that's good. Again, he's ahead 0-2, and you don't want to make a mistake. Just make sure if you're going to miss a little bit further outside, and he did.
1-2 from Summers. That time he went slider down and away. And it evens the count at 2-2. It's 1-1. Tigers and Giants here in the bottom of the 7th. Man on first is Gilbert. Infield single brought home the Giants run. McCray, slight connection to Detroit. His dad was born in Detroit, Michigan. The 2-2. got him looking. Strike three called, and he sunk the sinker over the corner.
That's the one right there after busting him in on the hands. All you have to do is throw a strike on that outside corner, and he did to end that inning.
We go.
The hit and run is on, and it's going to be an unassisted triple play.
How do you go from a triple play to a two-way star through a bracelet and the babe? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
This story starts way back in the early 20th century.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where you go? And he said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before, both across the country and around the world.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's back.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Lumber.com.
Eighth inning brought to you by Varsity Ford of Ann Arbor as Max Clark takes a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Tigers and Giants tied 1-1 here in the top of the eighth inning. Greg Gagne, Dan Petrie with you. We have some defensive changes for the Giants, and Kavanaugh will remain in the game as the catcher. Clark lines center field. Coming in is Gilbert, and he will reach up and make the catch. Clark retired, one down in the Tiger eighth. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Detroit Tigers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. One gone here in the eighth inning. Logan Webb, 88 pitches on his ledger for today, and he has been very good as well. First pitch to Eduardo Valencia is ball one low. Revised final line on Troy Melton. That was an unearned run. So Melton, that is now 3 straight starts without allowing an earned run. And continues to lower his already minuscule ERA. It's down to 146 after his outing today. A 1-0 is a sweeper for a strike on Valencia to even the count. Eduardo's 0 for 1 today with a walk.
Logan Webb playing some games with the pitch clock. Let it go all the way down to 1 second. Started his delivery, then paused, and then delivered the pitch.
The 1-1 is a swing and a foul on a sinker in on the hands. It's a 1-2 count.
Doing anything he can to disrupt the timing.
Giants, do they have someone throwing? I don't believe they do yet, Dan.
Might be Hench as well. There's San Martin pitched yesterday, and I believe it's Hench's, the lefty, is up standing on the mounds.
The 1-2. Valencia socks this one to center field. It's going a long way, and it's going to touch down and one hop the wall. Valencia around first, and he cruises into second base with his 5th double. And so Eduardo Valencia now represents the go-ahead run in scoring position. First hit allowed by Webb since the 6th inning.
And there it is again. Just that's why he's trying to disrupt that timing. I mean, Eduardo Valencia has just been on fire at the plate. And anytime you throw that pitch out over the plate, he's going to do some damage on it. It's a four-seam fastball up and away, and he pulled it this time into the gap. for a double.
106 off the bat. First pitch to Zach McKinstry is up and outside for ball one. Zach Singleton scored the Tigers run in the 6th inning. And now an opportunity to put the Tigers ahead once again. It's now Dylan Smith warming in the Giants bullpen. One out here in the 8th. Tie ball game 1-1. Pitch at the knees. A called strike on a cutter. Evens the count on McKinstry. Logan Webb has gone 8 innings on 3 separate occasions this season. Actually in 3 straight starts as McKinstry lines to left. Grant McCray over, and he will make the catch for out number 2, and it flips the card to the top for Kevin McGonigal.
Yeah, Zach McKinstry, that's that sinker down and away, and he did the right thing, tried to go with it, hit it on a line, just right at McCray.
We've got a mound visit. This is not Tony Vitello, it is the pitching coach.
Message, yeah.
Justin Mesh is heading out to have a chat. That'll give us a chance to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. On the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers radio network. 6th inning, Diamondbacks with a 4-2 lead on the Dodgers. The Rays up 4-1 on the Mariners in the 6th inning. The White Sox, they have a 5-2 lead over the Guardians. That game in the bottom of the 4th inning at Wright Field. Later tonight, Padres host the Houston Astros.
Boy, they had to be going over how they're going to go after Kevin McGonigal here. I mean, other than Dylan Dingler, I mean, this is the guy you want at the plate in this situation.
Base hit can put the Tigers back on top, and McGonigal lays off a sweeper away. Kevin today is 1 for 3. He singled in the 6th inning. That single was the one that moved Zach McKinstry first to third. Kevin has hit safely in 4 straight, much like Spencer Torkelson, 14 hits on the road trip. Pitch outside on a changeup. McGonigal not taking the bait. It's 2-0.
And that's the thing. Kevin just knows that strike zone so well. And if that ball is up, he'll take the same approaches as Zach McKinstry, and he'll shoot that ball into left field.
The 2-0 pitch. Fouled away, first base side.
Not giving in, going right back to that changeup. Kevin thought he was going to get that fastball and just out in front of the change.
And on the 1-0 pitch, Dan, that was actually a strike.
It was, yep.
And the Giants, we mentioned this already, used up their challenges early in this ball game. And now when you can actually use one late, they don't have any at their disposal. The 2-1 is fouled back. 2-2 the count. Crowd of over 32,000 here at Oracle Park today. Ended up being a gorgeous day. High 60s, low 70s. Tie ball game. We've had a good one today. 1-1 here in the 8th. 2 outs, 2-2 the count on Kevin McGonigal. The pitch from Webb. McGonigal swings and sends a fly ball to right. Jung-Woo Lee coming in, and he will reach up and make the catch. And the Tigers unable to take advantage of the Eduardo Valencia 1 out.
Carter on the move. He dives and he makes the catch.
Junior get a glove on it. Second one. Massey to first in time for a double play.
A tough play for Allen. Bare hand play and a good one for Nick Allen.
Diving play. Cruz makes an incredible grab.
Gordon back to the wall and makes the catch up against the fence. Diving stop by Turner. Scampers to his feet. Throws in time.
Dives. Backhand. Got it.
Nicely done by Trent Grisham.
And Randy Arozarena makes the catch. Put it on a show. Leeds made the catch. Slams into the wall and hung on. Warnick with a great diving play. Pajes makes a sliding catch. We've seen him do that several times this week.
Coming in Outman, and he'll dive and make the catch. Fine play.
That is spectacular. It's the Durbin D game.
Woodward dives to his left. Gets up. Blows. He got him. Wow, this kid is something special.
Do you mind clearing up what in the world a guy with one career big league hit is doing with a baseball card that looks like this?
Yeah, every player in the mid to late 80s wanted to dupe a photographer, right? The entire rest of the season, I was wondering what my card would look like next year if I was able to sneak it through. And I open it up and I see one with me with the eye black and the batting gloves.
And you celebrate.
I was like, yeah, I duped him.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
And you know what that means? It's Faygo time. Nothing beats an ice-cold Faygo. Faygo, the one pop. Faygo is a proud sponsor of Detroit Tigers Radio.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Tigers and Giants tied 1-1. Drew Summers faces Christian Koss, who fouls the first pitch that he sees back to the screen, and it's an 0-1 count. This game brought to you in part by Corewell Health, reminding you that together we can overcome any obstacle and fight any battle. Koss in the top of the lineup with Eldridge and Lee. Summers ahead 0-1. He deals. High and away, count evens at 1 strike. We'll pause for station identification here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. One missing below the zone on a changeup. It's 2 balls and a strike on Christian Koss, who today is 0 for 2. So a righty and then a pair of lefties for Drew Summers here in the 8th inning. The 2-1. Swing and a line drive over the leaping Gleyber Torres into center field. A leadoff single for Koss. Just out of the reach of Gleyber Torres, and the Giants get the go-ahead man on to start the bottom of the 8th inning.
I mean, the Tigers had Gleyber Torres positioned absolutely perfect. Right up the middle, just to the right-hand side, the first base side of second base. And it just went straight over his head and missed it by just a couple of inches.
Now left on left is Bryce Eldridge the batter. First pitch, ground ball left side. This is deep in the hole as McGonigal will shoot it up the middle, and he's just forced to put it in his back pocket. My goodness. What a pitch from Drew Summers. A sinker in on the hands, fisted to the correct spot, and the Giants have 2 on with nobody out here in the 8th.
I mean, that was absolutely just a great executed pitch. Nothing you can do is up and in and just right off the hands and just muscled. And because left-handed in, Eldridge was there, McGonigal up the middle. Jung-Hoo Lee got to watch here if he's going to lay this down. Colt Keith really pinching from third base.
Summers deals, bunt shown, and it's fouled back to the screen. 0-1 the count on Lee, who Troy Melton got him 3 times today. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. But great bat-to-ball skills for Jung-Hoo Lee, and now both corners pinching in. Here's the 0-1 bunt shown again. Lays it down, a foul. Nothing in 2.
Boy, he had a good pitch to bunt on, too. That was on the inner third. And just clipped the top of the baseball straight down. Don't think he'll be asked to bunt again. Jung-Hoo Lee hitting .278 against left-handed hitters or pitchers.
0-2 the count. Third baseman still in. The 0-2 pitch is away for ball 1, and not bunting was Lee. Wait, Drew can find a way to strike him out and set up a potential ground ball for 2. There is action in the Tigers bullpen. A right-hander loosening. 2 on, nobody out. 8th inning. The 1-2 pitch to Lee, and he got him. A swinging strike 3. How about Drew Summers? Came in with a sinker, and Lee, mentioned this earlier, does not strike out often. The Tigers have struck him out twice in this ball game.
And that's another uncomfortable looking swing. I think he was looking for something out over the plate that bore in on his hands, and really uncomfortable looking swing, just like the changeup from Troy Melton.
Big first out. Now runners at first and second. 1 away for Willie Adames. First pitch. He swings and misses at a high fastball. Adames singled and was thrown out at the plate on a perfect strike from Zach McKinstry on an attempted sacrifice fly in the 4th. 1-1 Tigers and Giants, last of the 8th inning. Summers coming set. The 0-1 to Adames. Takes a called strike on a fastball. It's 0-2. Runner at second is Christian Koss. Runner on first is Bryce Eldridge. 0-2, the count on Willy Adames. Summers from the belt, the 0-2 pitch, up and away. Righty's hitting .208 against Summers. Far fewer at-bats than he has been asked to face lefties. The 1-2, high and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just that funky arm angle.
And I think I was looking up Jung-Hoo Lee, too, and he had not laid down a sacrifice bunt all year. And you can imagine that's uncomfortable off of that offerings from Drew Summers.
The 2-2. Up and outside. So from 0-2 to 3-2 on the right-handed hitting Adames. You've got Rafael Devers on deck. You would much rather see him with just 2 on as opposed to the bases loaded. 3-2, the count on Adames. Summers coming set. Looks at second. Deals 3-2. Swinging a foul. Back to the screen. Tigers came into this ball game 3 games under 500, inching ever so close to that 500 mark. 3-2. Lost him. Ball 4 up and away, and that loads the bases. And that will bring out Chris Fetter.
Yeah, just give him a little bit of a breather. Let him get back into that good confidence that he's had these last several outings. Just let him catch his breath. It's a slow walk from Chris Fetter to give him just as much time as he possibly can. And just the way he was against Jung-Hoo Lee, how tough he was, he can be just as tough right here on Rafael Devers. It's not a comfortable at-bat. As experienced as Devers is, it's an uncomfortable at-bat left on left.
So Devers, the batter, with the bases loaded and only 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers and Giants are tied at a run apiece.
And Devers does not run well at all. The Tigers are playing back, at least right now, playing for that double play.
First pitch to Devers. Fastball inside corner, strike 1 called. Devers this season has hit into 10 double plays. That is the most on this San Francisco Giants club. 0-1 the count on Devers. Bases full of Giants with 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. Summers 0-1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Gleyber Torres has it to McGonigal for 1. On to first, and that's a double play. And Drew Summers is fired up. My goodness, that was beautifully turned. Gleyber to McGonigal, over to Torres. Gleyber with the glove flip to McGonigal. Devers grounds out into the double play for the 11th time this season.
You know, in Boston, every now and then you'll do those throwback days where you bring out the big baggy jerseys, and the baggier the better. When I broke into the league, everybody was wearing really baggy pants, and then as the years go along, I started wearing these skinny, mini, tight pants that looked like they were painted on. So by the time I was with Boston, I really wanted to wear the baggier, the better. We just wanted to be flying around in the outfield there, having a good time.
They flip with the glove. That was not a good idea.
All he needed to do was try to get the lead guy by giving him a nice, easy feed.
Oh, no, stay on your feet. No. I thought he was going to stay on his feet. Uh-oh. The Goose did not know that the game was starting. Maybe the Goose thought it was 6:45 first pitch time.
Oh, man, off the glove and off the dome. He's saying, oh, man, what happened? It's a moment that he'll never forget, and that'll be on the blooper everywhere.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Breaking ball, grounder. Marshall lets Jeffries get it, toss the cone, he tags the bag. And they say safe. Watch the runner, he's not watching the runner. The runner scores. And Coach still arguing. Here comes the second runner. The second runner scores. I don't believe I just saw that. I don't believe it.
your spot at mclaren.org/ER.
Oh, we've had a good one here at Oracle Park this afternoon. Tigers and Giants tied up at a run apiece. New pitcher for San Francisco is our former friend Dylan Smith. Enters the ball game. Pitching change brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. 1-1, Tigers and Giants. First pitch, a ball on Gleyber Torres. The 1-0, up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. It's the 25th appearance for Dylan Smith with the Giants this season. 2-0 to Gleyber. Taken for a strike. How about the double play turn, Dan, to get the Tigers out of the bases loaded mess in the 8th inning?
They had the right guy at the plate, too, with Rafael Devers. And they got the ground ball and turned it over easily.
Pitch, a called strike, and challenge
the pitch
from Gleyber Torres.
It looked outside, didn't it?
It sure did, and I think he's going to win it. And he will.
Call is overturned. Detroit has 2 remaining.
So now 3-1. Good eye from Gleyber Torres. Gleyber today 0 for 3. Smith from the windup. The right-hander delivers on the 3-1. Swinging a foul over the screen, and that one will touch down into the seats. Runs the count full.
But just the job of Drew Summers to go through really the 3 best hitters to get Jung-Hoo Lee to strike out. Yes, he did walk Willie Adames to load the bases, but then Rafael Devers with all the power and the veteran gets into that double play. Huge double play to keep this game at 1-1.
Payoff to Gleyber Torres. Swing and a miss. He got him. Challenger with a fastball inside. Gleyber down on strikes. 1 away for Dylan Dingler. And how about the just pure emotion from Drew Summers after he got that big double play turn behind him? I mean, he had the double fist pump. I mean, that would have got the same emotion out of anybody. I mean, look at us up here. Yeah.
I mean, anybody that's on the mound that gets that double play, you're going to get that kind of reaction.
Dylan Dingler takes an inside corner sinker for a strike. All season long, Little Caesars Pizza brings you every home run. Order online for delivery or pizza portal pickup. 9th inning brought to you by Comerica. Want to elevate your small business's game? Visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. Tigers and Giants tied 1-1. Tigers scored first in the 6th. Giants tied it in the 7th, and here we are tied up in the 9th. The 0-1 to Dingler. Up and in, nearly hit him. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Geez, Dylan's got like a magnet on him. Just if it's going to come inside, I just missed him. I mean, he's been hit so many times this year.
The 1-1. Swing and a foul. First base side laced into the seats. And Dingler's in a hole, 0-2. Dingler has been hit by pitches by far the most in this Tiger Club. 13 times he's been hit by a pitch this season. Nobody else even sniffing double digits. Ball and 2 strikes on Dingler. Smith turns into the motion. Deals on the 1-2. High on a fastball. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers looking for the series win in the rubber game today here in San Francisco. Tied up 1-1, 9th inning. Smith into the wind, and the 2-2 pitch to Dingler. Way outside, runs it full.
Second consecutive full count. That's the thing. If you can just wear him out a little bit, work a base on balls.
Here's the 3-2 from Smith. He got him. Sinker down and in at 97. 2 away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dylan Smith. Sinker boring in on Ding.
Say that looked like a Troy Melton sinker right there.
Two away in the 9th inning for Riley Green. 0 for 3 today. First pitch up and outside, ball 1. White Sox still holding a 5-2 lead over Cleveland in the 5th inning. The 1-0. Outside corner splitter for a strike, evens the count. Kenley Jansen warming in the Tigers bullpen. And if Smith gets into any trouble, Sam Henches is warming for the Giants. The 1-1 on Riley Green is in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. This is the part of the lineup you want at the plate, but Dylan Smith has done a nice job getting the first two on strikeouts, both swinging. The 2-1 on Riley Green. Swings, lifts it in the air, foul. Third base side, it's 2-2. So we will likely see Kenley Jansen in the bottom of the ninth inning. 2-2 the count on Riley Green. Smith deals. Got him. Dylan Smith strikes out the side here in the top of the ninth inning, sending this game into the bottom of the ninth. Tigers and Giants tied at a run apiece here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
Oh, baby. Michael Bush lays out of the backhand.
Oh, what a grab by Goldschmidt.
Jumps into the netting, made the catch. Riley timing stop to his feet, and a scoop on the other end.
He spins, he fires, and he got him.
All in one motion, spins quickly to his feet.
That's about as good as it gets.
He dives, he makes the catch, he doubles, he hangs on to it.
Gobbled up and short. Oh, it must be the big leagues.
Put a star next to that one. Oh, what a play at short. Colson Montgomery pops to his feet and throws in time. What a play.
Falling down, and he gets to first base in time.
Gloves comes to his feet, throws to first in time. Spectacular defense.
Outstanding play by Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Put another line on his Gold Glove resume. Nice play by Xander Bogaerts, the sliding pick, and a perfect throw. Hard and short with a leap. Durbin dives, backhanded by Monasterio, leaps and throws to first. That is spectacular.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
We're in the bottom of the ninth inning. Tiger pitching change brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Kenley Jansen is on in this tie ball game. And his job is to keep the Giants off the scoreboard and send this game into the 10th inning. And Oslevis Basabe leads it off for San Francisco.
It's been a while since Kenley's been out there. A week ago, Saturday, picked up his 13th save in Sacramento.
So Jansen is on. Basabe, the hitter, scored the lone Giants run back in that 7th inning. First pitch from Jansen is fouled back to the screen. It's an 0-1 count. Drew Summers, inning and a third scoreless. Walked one, he struck out a pair. Good outing today from Drew. And they flip it to Jansen to try and keep this game tied at 1-1. 0-1 pitch. It's a cut and a miss. And it's a no-ball, two-strike count on Oslevis Basabe. Tigers will head back to Detroit tonight. Off day tomorrow, and then the Guardians are in town for 3, beginning Tuesday night. Huge series upcoming, huge week upcoming at Comerica Park. 0-2 from Jansen. He got him. Swinging strike 3 on a high cutter.
Now Kenley showing no bits of rust. The first 3 pitches right there. First one out of his hand was at 90, but those last 2, he got a little extra on each one of those at 93 to get that ever important first out of the inning.
One down. Drew Gilbert has had a nice day today. 2 for 3. Knocked in the Giants' run in that 7th inning on an infield single as Jansen comes in high and tight with a cutter for ball 1. Colt Keith off the line at third. Kevin McGonigal at short, shaded up the middle. James Outman into the game in right field for the Tigers. And Zach McKinstry moving from right field to second base. Labor Torres is out. The 1-0 is a swing and a miss. High cutter evens the count. Ball and a strike. Tigers and Giants 1-1 here in the bottom of the ninth inning. It's been a well-pitched ball game on both sides. Logan Webb, he went 8 innings for the 4th time this season. Troy Melton, 6 innings, gave up an unearned run. Jansen's 1-1 to Gilbert. Swinging a foul straight back to the screen. It's 1-2. Back-to-back lefties here with Drew Gilbert and Drew Cavanaugh. Ball and 2 strikes on Gilbert. Jansen wiggles into the set, kicks and offers the 1-2 pitch. Pops up, headed our way. Heads up, Peaches.
I knew it was short. But there's been a couple that have been in our vicinity here.
Dan Petrie a couple weeks ago made that highlight catch out in Anaheim. The 1-2. Swinging another foul straight back to the screen.
Yeah, just those left-handed hitters, well, both sides really. Wasabi was underneath those high cutters, and right here, I'm sure Drew Gilbert is saying, you know, I feel like I'm right on those pitches, but they always just continue to swing right underneath them. That cutter does not sink like they think it's going to.
1-2. Got him swinging. Jansen broke out the slider. He gets Gilbert. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kenley Jansen, matching the 3 strikeouts at the top of the inning from Dylan Smith. And there are 2 gone here in the bottom of the ninth for Drew Cavanaugh.
Yeah, just a couple of cutters that Drew Gilbert was just underneath them, just slightly underneath them, and then Kenley just says, okay, that's close enough. I'm changing up here, through that slider and had him way out in front.
Pitch to Cavanaugh is taken, a called strike on the cutter. It's 0-1. Tigers looking for their 7th win of the road trip. Tied 1-1 in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. The 0-1 from Jansen. Taken a bit up.
The catcher is challenging the pitch.
Yeah, why not?
Might as well challenge if you're Eduardo Valencia. He's going to lose it.
The call is confirmed. Detroit has 1 challenge remaining.
So it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Cavanaugh.
And Paul Clemens, the home plate umpire, has done an outstanding job today. He's had a tremendous game.
1-1 on Cavanaugh. Chased, a cutter in, a swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
That's that high cutter again. It's just right in front of those left-handed hitters. They see it, and they end up swinging right underneath it.
Pitch has been working today for Kenley Jansen. He's 1 strike to send this to extras. He delivers on the 1-2, and it's up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A little too far up the ladder that time to get a chase from Cavanaugh. Two and 2 the count. The pitch. High and tight, nearly hit him. And it runs the count full. Cavanaugh made his major league debut in June. Was the Giants' number 19 prospect. When he got up to the big leagues, it's a 3-2 count on Cavanaugh. McCray would be next. Payoff pitch. Got him! Swinging strike 3. Kenley Jansen strikes out the side here in the 9th inning, sending it to the 10th. Tigers and Giants, they are tied at a run apiece here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was an athlete, Lindsay.
Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Tigers and Giants, and we're in the top of the 10th inning. Extra innings brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, ready to help. Sam Hentges is on for San Francisco. He will face a pinch hitter in Hao-Yu Lee. Colt Keith finished his day 0 for 3. Pitching change brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. A little meeting on the mound between Drew Cavanaugh and Sam Hentges. Tigers will start with a free runner, Riley Green at second base.
Saw Hentges in the game on Friday. Pitched an inning. Gave up a couple of hits and a walk, but did strike out 2. That's the thing. Hentges all year long has had some control issues. To be a little bit patient with him.
First batter, Hao-Yu Lee, and he takes a called strike on a fastball away from Hentges. Makes his 33rd appearance for the Giants. He's 1-3. He's got a 2.39 ERA. Thirty-year-old Sam Hentges dealing high and away. Originally a 4th-round pick of the then Cleveland Indians back in 2014. We saw plenty of him in his time out of that Cleveland bullpen. The 1-1. High and away. 2 balls and a strike on Lee.
And just right on cue, just all of a sudden, just you can see him spraying the baseball. And Hao-Yu Lee being nice and patient, just hoping that he gets that pitch to hit, maybe drive it to the right side.
2-1. Foul back to the screen. It's a 2-2 count.
Boy, he had a cut, too. Wow. Just no surprise. I mean, he never gets cheated.
Yeah, that's one thing we know about Hao-Yu Lee. If he's going to swing, it's going to be hard. 2-2 on Hao-Yu Lee. Runner on second is Green. Here to start the 10th inning. The 2-2 from Hentges. High and away, runs the count full. In the history of the Detroit Tigers, they have never won 7 consecutive road series in a single season. Chance to do that if they can pick up a win today. Hentges delivers the 3-2. Lee fights it off, and this one's going to be looped over Devers, and it touches down into right field. Lee over to cut it off at the line, but Riley Green, he comes in to score from second, and a fired-up Hao-Yu Lee puts the Tigers back on top. They take advantage of the free runner as Lee comes up with a big RBI single here in the 10th.
Boy, every pitch that Hao-Yu Lee saw was up and out over the plate. This one was a fastball on the inside part of the plate. Hao-Yu Lee, as strong as he is, muscled that ball right over first base into right field to score the extra runner and Riley Green. And just keep adding on here.
Spencer Torkelson to face the lefty, and he'll take a curveball down and inside for ball 1. Tyler Holton warming in the Tigers bullpen. Looking ahead, the Giants will have 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of the 10th inning. 1-0. Torkelson late on the fastball upstairs, evens the count. Jason Foley also warming down in the Giants' pen.
How about it? Just again, just the pinch hitters just taking advantage of their opportunity. Hao-Yu Lee this time sitting around all game and comes up with that big hit in the 10th inning.
Torkelson backs away from a slider, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Tigers took a 1-0 lead in the 6th. The Giants tied it in the 7th, and they have recaptured the lead here in the 10th. 2-1 on Torkelson. Hentges from the belt delivers 2-1. Torkelson loops this one. Shallow center. It's sinking, and it falls in for a base hit. Lee's going to head to third, and the throw will come into second base from Drew Gilbert. How about the heads-up base running of Hao-Yu Lee? He put his head down, saw that ball was in no man's land. That ball could not have been more than 50 feet into the outfield. Lee took a chance, and he gets into third without a throw.
Almost the identical spot with that pitch that Hao-Yu Lee got. This one to Spencer Torkelson just a little bit lower, but both of them just strong enough to get that bat to it and just loop it into right field for Hao-Yu Lee, loop it into center field for Spencer Torkelson. Tigers in great shape to add on at least one more run.
Max Clark chases a slider away. It's 0-1. Max today is 0 for 3 at the plate. Lee at third. That's a big run, 90 feet away. Infield will play for 2 up the middle. Torkelson at first, Lee at third, and it's 2-1 Tigers here in the 10th, and still nobody out.
Yeah, this is where Max Clark, you got to make sure that he puts the ball in play here. Very difficult to double him up. Just put it in play somewhere.
The 0-1, Clark pokes it to short, and it's right at the shortstop Adames. He picks it up, but he will only get one out at second base. Lee comes in to score. It's 3-1 Tigers in the 10th. Boy, it was right at him, but he was forced to field on a bounce. Slightly booted the ball, Dan, but I don't think even if he picks that cleanly, they're going to turn two there.
Well, Basabe was way over in the hole, so the only chance they were going to get is if Adames comes up with that clean and can somehow step on the bag. But again, Max Clark runs so well going down that line. It's going to be very, very difficult to make that play.
And Sam Henches will depart this ball game. Tony Vitello is out. Tigers, they have taken their largest lead of the game here in the 10th inning. It's 3-1 Tigers. We'll step aside for this Giants call to the bullpen here in the 10th inning on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
America's favorite place to watch.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Tigers in the top of the 10th inning, and the batter will be Eduardo Valencia, new pitcher with his call to the bullpen, brought to you by the Southeast, or rather by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. It's Jason Foley. So two former Tigers pitching in this game, Dylan Smith, and now Jason Foley making his 7th appearance out of the Giants bullpen. Runner on first is Max Clark. Would love to see Max take off, Dan. He has not attempted a stolen base yet. Foley deals, and the first pitch to Eduardo Valencia is a sinker for a strike.
Yeah, you know he's just itching to go. It's just, I think it's just so difficult with Eduardo Valencia at the plate and just how well he's been swinging the bat.
Valencia doubled his last time through, 1 for 2 today with a walk. Pitch is flown foul behind home plate into the seats. It's the 217th appearance in the career of Jason Foley, 210 of those in a Detroit Tigers uniform, parts of 4 seasons with the Tigers. Injury sidelined him for 2025 and now has found a new home here in San Francisco. No balls, 2 strikes on Valencia as Foley sets at the letters. Picks on to first and Clark diving headfirst back in safely. Oh, and 2 the count. Valencia walked in the 3rd, grounded out in the 5th, and doubled in the 8th. Clark does not go, and the 0-2 is grounded up the 3rd baseline, a foul.
Kind of flinched just a little bit. That's the thing about Max over there. You know, he takes the same lead every time. You know, it's not something different where you can kind of read it and say, oh, you know what, I think he's going on this one. It's just he looks like he's ready to go on each and every pitch. And then he'll kind of just flinch a little bit like he's bluffing to go. Yeah, but you can't tell because of his preparation, just the way he's ready to shoot out of a cannon.
And Dan, I was just going to say, he looks runnerish every time he takes the lead off of first. Just tremendous baseball instincts for a 21-year-old kid. Deverts holds him on at first. Foley from the letters and delivers. Swinging a line drive, foul into the netting.
Yeah, that was a little bigger bluff on that one. Before he just kind of threw his right arm out like he was going. That time he took about 1 or 2 steps, making you think he was going to go and then just shut it down.
0-2 on Eduardo Valencia. Runner on first, Max Clark, is the responsibility of Sam Henches. The 0-2. Way outside, ball clinks off the glove of Cavanaugh, and Max Clark will just walk into second base.
Yeah, that just is a sinker on the outside part of the plate. Just reached over and just missed it. Just clanked right off the glove.
That'll be a pass ball on Drew Cavanaugh.
Takes away the double play.
The 1-2. Valencia checked. He did not go, according to the first base umpire. Thanks to our engineers today, Tanika Burrell, here with us in the booth. Tim Jetski back in the studio. 2-2. Got him. Swinging strike 3 and a good slider away. 2 outs for Zach McKinstry.
Eduardo just couldn't quite hold up. He just took the previous slider, and I don't think he thought he was going to get another one, and Jason Foley made a good pitch on him.
2 down here in the top of the 10th inning. Tigers with 2 runs in. So now McKinstry will bat, man on second, 2 outs. Outfield shortens up. First pitch high and away on McKinstry for a ball. Clark will be moving on contact. Anything to the outfield, he's going to score. I'd like to get one more here to give yourself some more breathing room for the bottom of the 10th. Pitch outside, it's 2-0 on Zemak. McKinstry singled and scored the first Tiger run of the game back in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3 today. Clark off second. 2-0 pitch to McKinstry. Fights it off into left. This one's headed towards the seats. Long run for McRae, and he will watch that one deposit in the 3rd row down the left field line. It's 2-1. Again, off day tomorrow. Tigers and Guardians will match up Tuesday night. Rotation sets up Drew Anderson, Framber Valdez, and Cater Montero for the Cleveland series. 2-1. McKinstry fouls it back to the screen, evens the count. It's been an American League Central reunion today with the 3 relievers of the Giants. Dylan Smith, Jason Foley, former Tigers, and then Sam Henches, a former Guardian. Foley's 2-2. Outside, full count.
It came up as a splitter from Jason Foley. That was one of those pitches that he was trying to throw more often to lefties. And remember, it was a changeup before. I wonder if he's taken it up and added that split finger.
3-2 pitch. Missed away, ball 4, and that'll give Kevin McGonigal an opportunity to bat here in the 10th inning with 2 on and 2 out. Kevin today 1 for 4. 3-1 Tigers here in the 10th inning. Again, Tyler Holton warming likely for the bottom of the 10th. Kenley Jansen was superb in the 9th inning, struck out the side. First pitch to McGonigal. He takes a cold strike, fastball top of the zone, and he's going to challenge.
The batter challenged the pitch.
Kevin challenged one earlier and won, and he's 2 for 2.
Call is overturned. Detroit has 1 challenge remaining.
I mean, do we need any more evidence that he knows the strike zone? I mean, that's what AJ always talks about, just what leads to a lot of his success throughout the year. And it always starts with his knowledge of the strike zone. And right there, another perfect example.
1-0 on McGonigal. Takes a strike. And he's going to challenge
the batter
again.
challenged the pitch.
See if he's 2 for 2 in this sequence. It's close. I think he's going to lose this one, and he does.
The call is confirmed. Detroit has no challenges remaining.
Paul Clemens, he was very exasperated on that one. Hitter is challenging. Again.
But, I mean, why not?
Yeah, you got one in your back pocket. There are 2 outs in the 10th inning. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back right in front of us. We are getting close. Clanked off the hands of a fellow wearing a Buster Posey jersey. One and 2 on McGonigal. Foley kicks and deals. And that is upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on, 2 out. McGonigal the hitter. Foley's pitch. Got him. Swinging. Strike 3 on a splitter away. Tigers get a pair here in the top of the 10th, sending it to the bottom half. It's 3-1.
Brings Harp up. Price is 0 for 3. Center field. That's hit well. Going back on it is Young. Back toward the wall. Gone! Into the trees! 2-run home run, Bryce Harper! And a little breathing room for the Phillies late in the ball game. It is 6-3. He's another step closer to 400 home runs. That's 387.
Yeah, that was a pretty one, too.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
With a signature latte, Big B makes it better.
We are in the bottom of the 10th inning. Changes aplenty for the Tigers at the one on the mound. We'll talk about that first. Tyler Holton is on with this pitching change, brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford Dealers. Extra innings brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield Michigan, ready to help. And it's 3-1 Tigers into the bottom of the 10th, Dan.
Yeah, Tyler Holton pitched in yesterday's game through 26 pitches. His last 2 outings have been perfect. 2 innings in each one of them. No hits, no runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts in those 4 innings. And he's going to be asked here to hold him right there, pick up the win for Kenley Jansen.
The free runner at second is Drew Cavanaugh. Kevin McGonigal shifts over to third. Zach McKinstry is at short. And Hao-Yu Lee remaining in the game at second base for the Tigers. And pinch hitting for Grant McCray is another former Tiger, Buddy Kennedy. First pitch is a called strike from Tyler Holton at the top of the zone. 3-1 Tigers here in the bottom of the 10th. Kennedy, Koss, and Eldridge due up for the Giants. Tigers looking for the series win. Up by 2. Swing and a miss on a cutter away. And Holton works ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. Kennedy's played in 15 games for the Giants this season. 0-2 the count. Holton kicks, deals. Down and away on a changeup. It's 1-2. Kennedy bounced around a few spots last year, including with the couple of games of the American League champion Blue Jays. The 1-2. Down and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, still has not got a hit here with the Giants yet. Appeared in the game late yesterday as the game got away from the Giants. Came in, played a little bit of first base to spell Rafael Devers.
The 2-2. Foul back. We'll do it again. How about that? He goes to Toronto, appears in just 2 games, gets designated for assignment, but was on the roster, so he's got an American League championship ring.
I remember he was well liked when he was here in that short time. One of those guys that would move around a little bit. Just one of those perfect players that AJ loves to have, just multiple roles.
2-2, he got him. Swinging strike 3 on the devastating changeup, fading down and away. 1 gone in the 10th inning.
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot of at-bats, and then you're asked to come up here and try to pick up that runner at second base, and Tyler Holton played right into the emotions of Buddy Kennedy and just kept pulling the string on him, just thinking, just a quick twitch and looking for that fastball, and he never got it.
Here's Christian Koss, 1 for 3. He'll take a strike. His single started the Giants' 8th inning, where they would load the bases with 1 out before Rafael Devers hit into an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. No balls and a strike on Koss. Holton holds the ball away from his body as he kicks and offers. Swing and miss. Good cutter. 0-2 on Koss. If the Tigers can win today, it would be a 7-2 trip out to the West Coast. No balls, 2 strikes on Koss. The pitch. Got him looking. Strike 3 called, dropped in the cutter. 2 gone.
You can see just why those last 2 outings have been just perfect for Tyler Holton. You make pitches like this, nobody's going to hit you. That cutter right on the outside part of the plate, then throwing that changeup on the same tunnel right there, and the changeup goes down and away like he struck Buddy Kennedy out. Just making perfect pitches so far this inning.
First pitch to Bryce Eldridge is a called strike 1. And going back to that that called strike 3 on Koss, it looked like it may have been a shade inside. The Giants, now you do get an extra challenge in extra innings, and he was complaining to the home plate umpire. He got a challenge again.
Maybe he forgot.
The 0-1. At the knees, cutter, called strike 2 on Eldridge, who's 1 for 3 today with a walk.
Yeah, he could have forgot that, we're out of challenges, but you get one and when you go into extra innings, could have completely forgot.
0-2 the count. The pitch. Got him! Swinging strike 3, and Tyler Holton strikes out the side in the 10th inning, and the Tigers win it 3-1 the final. They take the series over the San Francisco Giants. They go 7-2 on the road trip. And they are heading back home, Dan, just 2 games under 500 now at 58-60.
Boy, how about the job of Kenley Jansen and Tyler Holton? I mean, and Drew Summers, you want to throw in Drew Summers' appearance. But what a job by that bullpen, and especially those last 6 outs were all strikeouts coming from Kenley Jansen and Tyler Holton. Boy, just superb by Tyler Holton his last 3 times out.
Really, really good win today for the Tigers. They have won 7 consecutive road series for the first time in team history. And Dan and I will step aside and be back to talk about it after this break. 3-1 your final in 10 innings as the Tigers come into San Francisco. They take 2 of 3. They win this series. Back with more after this on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meijer.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance, so you could do more of the things you love.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Pack your bags. It's time for a road twib. In a brand new segment, we're hitting the road, and our first stop is a big one. It's Yankee Stadium. Opened in 2009, Yankee Stadium's majestic presentation reflects the iconic look of the original stadium that once stood just across the street. Make your way over to Monument Park to see a collection of plaques and retired numbers that honor both Yankee legends and baseball greats. Over at the Yankees Museum, look back at over 100 years of team history. Time to grab a bite to eat. Maybe the classic chicken bucket or the ice cream chicken bucket. Whatever your appetite, they've got something for you. But the main event is always Yankees baseball, and there's not a bad seat in the house. Sit with the bleacher creatures in right field and join in on the famous roll call. Or take your place in the judges' chambers. Action and history are at every turn, and all fans will find something to appreciate at the home of the Bronx Bombers.
Mitch Meyer at the wall, leaping off his glove, and look at Ross Glow preventing a 3